Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hello, I'm actor and small business owner Ty Burrell, and I'm going to tell you how Innovation Refund's network of independent tax attorneys help eligible small businesses file for the ERC. Also, they're letting me play with the soundboard, and I love it. They analyze and interpret ERC claims to help businesses get the refund amounts they may qualify for. Go to innovationrefunds.com or call 1-843-REFUNDS.
Innovation Refunds does not provide tax or legal advice. We work with an independent network of tax professionals to evaluate and process your claims. Terms and conditions apply. Ty is a paid spokesman.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Well, if you haven't seen this woman on TikTok, she's going pretty viral. We got the video on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. She's going viral because she's close to her 100th birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Her name is Mildred. And
dude,
Mildred,
that's the perfect name for someone pushing 100.
Yeah.
Mildred. It's like Beatrice, Mildred, Gertrude.
Are they bringing those names back? I heard some people are like using old school names for like little new kids now.
I would love if people started doing that.
Oh, like little Millie.
Like if we had another kid, I don't even think I could float that one by the wife's kid. Be like, hey, we're having another baby girl. I'm like, why don't we name her Beatrice?
Yeah.
Beatrice Migs.
That sounds like a book series.
He does.
That's pretty good. So Mildred over here, about to be 100 years old, gave some great advice on how to live as long as she has.
I want to share a thought about attitude. I will be 100 years old in August, and yet I have friends who are 20 years younger, 15 years younger, and their attitudes are going to cause them not to survive to my age, and not grateful for anything. Their attitude is I don't see my kids more than once a week, or the food I was served was cold. Their attitude is not acceptable. If the food isn't quite right, so have an extra dessert. If you hear from your children once a week, that's fine. They call you once a week, you call them once a week, and be grateful that they are enjoying life. Change your attitude. Look at the positive side of life. I think that's what got me this far.
I think you should listen to that every morning, BJ.
What are you talking about?
Change your attitude.
She's insane. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
What are you talking about? She has one part of her advice I think falls right in line. If things are going bad, BJ, eat more dessert.
Yeah. Well, I do
and
that
change
anyway.
your attitude.
I do that anyway, and unfortunately I go to the doctor and they tell me that's the wrong attitude.
Well, because you're still mad all the time.
That's what it is. Yeah.
You got to be happy with that dessert. Be happy your kids are living their best life.
Yeah. I it's interesting. I just started reading John Medina's latest book, Brain Rules for Aging Well. So it's a book. It's a book targeted towards me.
Does he fall in line with Mildred over here?
As a matter of fact, he does. I mean, he talks about like all the things you should be doing, and really having a good attitude about life. Which there's ways you can do that. I mean, people do have bad attitudes, but he's like, here's what you can do to really ensure that you have a great situation as you get older. And he goes through a bunch of step-by-step stuff. Now, I've just started reading it, so I haven't read the whole book.
Okay, yeah, you don't need.
But it's a lot of what she says feels like what this book is going to be about.
I did love the part where she's like, I have friends that are like 20 years younger than me, and I was like doing the math. I'm like, wow, that means they're like late 70s,
yeah,
early 80s. That's kind of crazy to think that you're referring to your younger friends who are pushing 80.
Yeah. Well, and a big part of it is you get to be her age. I would like to know how much news she watches. I bet none.
Oh, if she's got a good attitude, I would imagine she's not on social media.
Yeah.
And she's not watching the news.
Yeah. Because
everything that my dad's not doing.
Yeah. How do you watch that stuff? I mean, there's just, how do you watch that stuff and have a good attitude? It's just, oh, man. And then you watch the news and you maybe see a certain story about a certain submersible. Then you go on social media, forget about it. I mean, you're not going to have a good attitude.
It's insane. Dude, you say that. I spent about 10 minutes yesterday just scrolling through social media and the amount of jokes people are throwing.
Yeah.
And I get there are people who have issues with rich people and all that. But, man, I've never once, wish death upon people, no matter what their economic
Not
status
even me?
is.
Are you sure? Because I really feel like one time you did.
Well, I want to live to 100. I have to change my attitude. So
Oh, yeah,
I eat
good
dessert and just hope that, you just stub your toe every once in a while.
All right,
You don't
fair
die.
enough. Yeah, I appreciate that.
But it is kind of crazy to see, just the jokes. Some are very funny, but I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Too soon? I mean, it's kind of crazy.
Oh, there's a lot to be said. And again, it all goes back to attitude. I mean, Mildred's right, man. And I know it myself. I know because I just know what it's like to have a miserable attitude. That's the thing, is that I'm on the other side, so I could testify.
Do you want to live to 70, BJ? Or do you want to live to 100?
Here's the question, the real question. Do I want to be living to 100 with my attitude?
Well, you won't. That's what she's saying.
There's the only positive of all this is that I won't live, because think about that. Think about, man, what if I do live to 100 and I'm still miserable? That's a horrible amount of time to have to be living.
Especially for your kids.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they're not going to contact me, not even once a week. I will tell you right now, I wouldn't hear from Joey D's if I didn't work here.
Isn't that why you hired him? Just so you could keep tabs on him?
Dude, people say, what's the best part? I go, really? I go, look, my daughter, yeah, she would always keep in touch. I would never hear from my son. He'd be out living his life, playing poker, doing all the things that he does. I don't know if he'd even remember that he had a father.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
I would remember when I have to re-up the credit card.
Oh, that's right. That's a good, when he needs cash. Dad, I haven't seen you in a long time.
That's how Joe's going to find out his father passed away. He's like, man, my bills haven't been paid for 3 months. What the hell's going on over here?
Oh, really? He's been gone for how long? Well, he had a good run. I feel like that's what Joey's going to be at my funeral. He had a good run. Everything was okay. It's like, all right, fine. Thanks. Well, there you go, Mildred. Positive attitude. That'll get you to 100 years old. God, it would suck if all of a sudden we do a news story tomorrow and she didn't make it.
Wow.
I mean, really.
Why remember everybody throw that out there?
Everybody planned the 100th birthday for Betty White, right?
Yeah, everyone but Betty, apparently.
Yeah, everybody was like, woo! They had a big celebration on TV ready to go. They were going to do all this stuff, and then...
Well, I feel like you can still celebrate, maybe not blow up the balloons that you bought, Well, everybody was celebrate the life of someone who lived close to 100.
That's what I'm saying, is she's got all this news. You want to get to 100 years old, but she hasn't got there yet.
She's got till August.
August 25th.
Okay, the watch is on.
If she doesn't make it to August 25th, this is on you.
Well, as long as she doesn't want to
put that out into the universe, man.
As long as she doesn't want to go on a Titanic tour, she should be okay.
Okay.
Oh, good night, everybody.
I don't know how rich she is, so I don't know if she will.
Yeah, I would say, is that too soon? But let's be honest, everyone's alady beat us to that point, so it's not too soon.
You're a little late on the jokes.
I really am. There was a man caught by cops for stealing, and then what happens is a certain adult toy fell out of his pants during the arrest. Steve's got these hard-hitting stories for you. The Migs Report at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
They called him the most powerful man in Hollywood, and he really was for decades.
He extended his tentacles like an octopus throughout the entire entertainment industry.
Mr. Lou Wasserman.
This is Glitter and Might, an Odyssey Originals documentary podcast series written and narrated by me, Sean Levy. All episodes are available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now? Well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks to Palace Law for giving us the Migs Report. Today is the day to enjoy some onion rings. Maybe go to, what is it, Outback Steakhouse has the Bloomin' Onion?
Yes, sir.
It's National Onion Rings Day.
Yeah, there's no rules there, by the way.
You know, I'm not really a big onion rings guy, but when you put them on a burger, I love it.
When you put onion rings on a burger?
Yeah, put them on the burger.
Oh, all right.
Back when I was a plant-based weirdo and I would get that ahi tuna club over at Joey.
Oh, yeah.
That ahi tuna club sandwich would have an onion ring on it, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that because I feel like I'm not an onion ring guy either, but then every time somebody orders them, I'm like, why don't I get these more often?
Because one or two are fine, but then all of a sudden you're pushing 5-6 onion rings in your mouth, and you're just like, okay, I've had too much onions.
That's fair.
At least for me.
Oh, you don't like onions? I always forget that. Yeah.
Yeah, I love onion rings.
Me too.
But I'm like Danny, though. Why don't I get these more?
Because fries are better than onion rings.
You know, it's interesting. I mean, I can't disagree because I get those more than onion rings.
It's like a Jack in the Box. We're always like, oh, I love that one curly fry that they accidentally put in the bag. I'm like, I should get curly fries next time. And I get them. I'm like, kind of wish I had all the French fries. Like 1 or 2 curly fries are pretty awesome, but then I want the regular ones, right?
That's what we need is an assortment. We need just basically like an assortment pack of mostly fries and then some like onion rings.
That's actually pretty brilliant. It would annoy the people who work there because they have to like cook 3 different things, but
well, give it up for the people.
That's right. Also, today is National Pucker Up, BJ, Kissing Day.
Oh. I'm the only one that went to a kissing school here, so I get to celebrate this day.
Did you graduate that school?
I think I paid, so yes.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's really all you had to do was pay.
All right, let's head on over to Florida where there's a guy who got caught shoplifting, and man, that's not even the embarrassing part of the whole situation. I guess he was stealing from a Target, and he decided to go in there. He bought some groceries, but he didn't pay for some other items. So he bought some stuff, but then tried to like steal some of the other stuff. And it was the stuff maybe he didn't want people to know he was buying.
Okay.
Because he bought the groceries, no problem. But then he decided to steal some condoms.
Okay.
Personal lubricant.
Oh, yeah.
Several quote-unquote enhancement products.
Oh, yeah.
And then something that I did not know that they sold at Target, a pink toy.
Yep. They sell them at Target? Yep. No, they don't.
Yep.
Really?
Right next to the condoms. Mm-hmm.
I have never seen that section of Target, and I walk through Target a lot.
Well, do you go to the condom section often?
I guess not.
Maybe
I didn't even know
today is your day.
I didn't know there was. I figured the condom section would just be like, it wouldn't have its own section. It would just be somewhere where, oh yeah, you got this, and here's condoms.
Well, he was caught on surveillance footage doing this, so the cops were called. They cornered him in the parking lot. He tried to walk away, but as he was trying to walk away from them, and then they started kind of leaning him in towards the police car, what fell out of his pants? That pink toy.
Oh,
and it's so great because he's like talking to the cops, and next thing you know, they like look over and they look down, and there's just this pink toy that is on. So it's kind of vibrating and spinning in a circle on the ground. It's not a very big toy.
Whoa, he was using it?
I don't know if he had plans of, or he just shoved it down his pants.
Wow.
The whole thing is weird, and you gotta feel for the police officers because they're trying to arrest this guy while his pants are kind of around his thighs.
Yeah,
they're trying to take everything out of his pockets, which is right next to his sausage.
Yeah.
The whole thing is odd.
Yeah, this is why, you know what, we gotta have more love for the police.
Well, he was arrested because he had a little too much love for the products at Target.
It is odd that you think he was just embarrassed as opposed to wanting to steal?
You wonder about that because I feel like a lot of probably the condom thefts and different lubricant thefts are probably because people don't want to look the cashier in the eyes.
Although some lubricants and toys and stuff are kind of pricey.
Oh yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe it's a little bit of both, let's be honest.
The enhancement product is, I think, what he would be embarrassed about. Because
you'd say that, but then you go to a gas station where they've got all these random knockoff brands at the front, at the cashier, and it always seems like they're gone.
That's not a sneeze of guilt on my part.
Oh, sure. You're allergic to being outed.
Yeah, I don't buy those products.
All right, let's talk about this woman, another person in Florida. And, man, I'm all of a sudden ready to become a cat person based on this story.
Oh, really?
She unfortunately passed away. She was in her 80s. And what did she do? She left her $2.5 million mansion and a hefty inheritance to who? Her 7 cats.
Wow.
In her will, she declared that her Persian cats, their names Cleopatra, Goldfinger, Leo, Midnight, Napoleon, Snowball, and Squeaky. They get to stay at that house because she feels that if you separate them, that would upset them. So this was part of her will. She's like, no, they need to still live there. She left enough money to make sure that they could all eat and live and medical bills, grooming bills forever. And they're pretty young. I guess some of these cats are like 5 years old. So they've got a long life ahead of them, which means they're going to be in that house for a very long time.
Who's the lucky person that has to make sure all this gets done and you are in charge of the money?
That's what I'm saying. I don't like cats, but I'll like 7 Persian cats if it means I get a $2.5 million mansion.
Oh, yeah.
And whatever our inheritance is.
Oh, but then again, is that mansion just a giant cat box?
Yeah, if you have allergies, that would suck. But you know what? You'd have a lot of money to buy Claritin.
Yeah.
You see, you have that positive attitude. Like Mildred said earlier, you'll live to 100 with that positive attitude.
In a $2.5 million mansion.
Yeah, I don't know if I want a $2.5 million litter box.
I don't know if she's got kids, but how do you feel if you find out that?
Dude, that's a sucky thing.
I love my cats more than you guys.
I did learn something.
Especially Squeaky. Squeaky's an adorable cat.
What
did you learn?
I learned that if you want to leave people out of an inheritance, you should leave them some money. It's like only if you leave them no money, they can go and say there was a mistake made.
Oh, they were like forgotten?
Yeah, but if you leave them like X amount of dollars and go, I leave you $10 or $50 or maybe $1,000, and then that they could say, well, she specifically left you a dollar amount, so that's what she thought about you.
I'm pretty sure that was what happened with my I've told the story about my Uncle Frank. That's the guy who dressed as Santa Claus, got into a fight with my dad when he came to my house, all that crazy stuff. But I always say, like, he kind of eventually, he was on the outs with the family, and he was on the outs so much with his dad, my grandfather, when he passed his inheritance, when he left money for everybody, he left Uncle Frank $1. Ooh. And maybe that's why. Yeah, it's like not leaving him something like that sucks, but I think leaving somebody $1 is like an extra middle finger.
Yeah, it sure is. And it pretty much shows your intention.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to argue with Frank. I think he said exactly what he wanted to do with his money and you.
Oh, man, I wish somebody could do something to the Yankees.
Oh, come on.
We got one more game. Oh, another loss for the... Hey, Mariners, you got to score some runs. You got to make it happen. You end up losing 4-2. Up next, another game against the Yankees.
Luis Castillo might be the best 4-6 pitcher in the history of baseball. I've never seen somebody with an ERA under 3 who's 4-6, but there he is.
Allowed 3 runs, 4 hits, and 5 innings for his 4th straight loss.
And he's got like a 2.7 something ERA, which is terrific. And he can't buy a win.
At some point, I'm going to throw a ball at my teammates. Be like, hit the ball, you bastards.
Yeah, that's been the Mariners' problem for a long time, man.
Last night, rough one. I don't know if anyone watched it on Root Sports. It was awesome that it was on so you could watch it. The Calder Cup, the finals for the AHL Finals Hockey, where the Coachella Valley Firebirds, which is the minor league team for the Seattle Kraken, taking on the Hershey Bears in the finals. It goes into overtime. The Firebirds had a 2-0 lead. They blow it. I say they blow it, but man, Hershey's a really good team. They're just going back and forth. There was a real battle. Goes into overtime. Man, the goalie for the freaking Hershey Bears, unbelievable. Hunter Shepard. This guy was stopping everything. And the Hershey Bears scored to win it 3-2 in overtime, unfortunately. What a great first year
series.
Though. Dude, the place was rocking. It was in Coachella. Everybody was going nuts. It was a lot of fun to watch that energy in that room. But it was a bummer, of course, to see them lose. But what a great series and what a great run for them in their first year as an AHL franchise. So the future looks very bright for the Seattle Kraken. Lots of really good players on that team.
Yeah, man. You talk about what a series. When a series ends in 7 games in overtime,
right?
You really have 2 winners there. I know only one person gets to host the Calder Cup, hoist it. But still, that to me is the closest you can get to basically having a tie. When in pro sports, when it comes to
a great game,
that, and when you end like in soccer, when you end with kicks, at that point you're like, all right, I think you played really, really well if this is the deciding game and you end that way.
I do have to give a shout out to the Hershey Bears because they took their team photo on the ice like every team does, and apparently it's a thing when they're about to take the picture, somebody goes roar because they're bears.
Oh, right.
So the entire team puts their hands out like they look like a bear and they roared. And it was the funniest thing to see. Like, the picture's phenomenal because they all got their bare hands going. Yeah. And you can see their mouths are open because they're roaring.
That's kind of fun.
I just thought that was awesome. Would have been way more awesome if they didn't beat a team that's associated with the Seattle Kraken. But what are you going to do?
And, I mean, the Bears have a long history. I remember them from way back.
Yeah, they're the Washington Capitals minor league team, in case you cared. NBA draft, that starts tonight. Will Joe be picked in the first round? I guess we'll find out at 5 p.m. on ESPN.
There's some French dude they're saying could be the next LeBron. I don't know how to say his name, but...
The great Joe Genie.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
It's finally my time.
Here we go.
Hey, as far as weather, 74 degrees, going to be sunny today. Thanks to Snoqualmie Casino for giving us the Migs report, and that's what's up.
Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
If you have 5 dozen donuts, how many total donuts do you have?
A lot. 144.
No.
Oh my God, that's embarrassing. It's a very, very dark moment in the show's history.
That was edited to make me sound stupid. I never said any of that.
I have to tell you, you do a great job making our editor's job.
I don't know. Or you guys found some kind of AI program.
That's what it was.
It's AI Steve. He doesn't know math.
So everybody's mad at Marvel for AI, but you're saying we are the AI people.
Yes.
Okay, fine. There you go. The answer, I'm sure Steve, if he wasn't edited the wrong way, would have told you.
Oh, it's 80.
Okay. Anyway, he's close. 60? Do I have to tell you what 5 times? Maybe I do. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-803-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 647.
Today's podcast is brought to you by bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, who's ready to answer your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, is it true that if you filed for bankruptcy once, you can't file again?
Even if you filed bankruptcy before, you can almost certainly file bankruptcy again. Different types of bankruptcies have different time limits between filings. In Chapter 7, full bankruptcy, you can only file Chapter 7 once every 8 years. However, you can almost always file a Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 cases can be filed immediately following a Chapter 7. They can be filed immediately following a prior Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 is a reorganization plan, so there will be some type of monthly payment, but it's based on your budget and your ability to afford that payment. So Chapter 13 is an option in almost all cases, even with a prior bankruptcy filing.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hello, I'm actor and small business owner Ty Burrell, and I'm going to tell you how Innovation Refund's network of independent tax attorneys help eligible small businesses file for the ERC. Also, they're letting me play with the soundboard, and I love it. They analyze and interpret ERC claims to help businesses get the refund amounts they may qualify for. Go to innovationrefunds.com or call 1-843-REFUNDS.
Innovation Refunds does not provide tax or legal advice. We work with an independent network of tax professionals to evaluate and process your claims. Terms and conditions apply. Ty is a paid spokesman.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. We are presenting Ghost at the White River Amphitheater. It's happening in August 4th, as a matter of fact. Oh, you want tickets? Is that why you're looking at me that way? All right, fine. Haven't heard from you in a long time. It's been like, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20 years, and you get back to me, hey, man, how's it going?
That was probably the last time that Ghost came to town.
Yeah. I just got a communication from somebody. I know it's really bad. I haven't written you in so long. Hey, can I get tickets? Oh my God, really? Really?
At least they didn't waste your time and have small talk eventually leading to, can I have tickets?
Oh, it's hysterical.
Yeah. If you're going to be a bottom feeder, just be a bottom feeder right off the bat.
Which is why I'll tell you this. Would you like Ghost tickets? It's really easy. All you have to do is log in and listen to KISW. How about I scratch your back, you scratch my back, everybody's backs get scratched.
The more you listen, the more chances you get at winning. And also, you get a chance to win tickets to the Spillways Lounge pre-show experience, which if you're a Ghost fan, you're going to want to check out that. Ghost memorabilia, artifacts on display, plus free snacks and VIP cash bar.
And logging in and listening is easy. You just log in and listen to KISW on the Odyssey app, AUDACY, or you can log in and listen to KISW.com. Info? Sure. It's that same place, KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Migs. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
Who's ready to beat me?
I say we beat him a lot.
Let's do it. I know Big Nate from Mill Creek is. Big Nate, are you there?
I is here.
Woo! All right,
Big
Steve.
Nate.
Now
Love the
get
nickname.
out, right?
I think, is this the Big Nate that I know?
Yes, sir.
Oh, hey, man. Welcome, buddy.
For those playing at home, Big Nate has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
What food item has used the slogan, once you pop, you can't stop?
Lay's.
No.
Pringles?
Yes.
That's it.
Scott Lang is better known as what superhero?
Ant-Man.
Yes.
There we
In
go.
1917, Finland declared its independence from which country?
Sweden.
No.
Russia.
Yes. Robert Plant was the lead singer of what band?
Led Zeppelin.
Yes. What reality TV show are contestants eliminated in Tribal Council?
Survivor.
Yes. What color are the stars on the flag of Venezuela?
Pass.
A traditional Reuben sandwich has what kind of cheese on it?
Provolone.
No.
Cheddar.
No.
Swiss.
Yes.
There we go.
The fans of Lady Gaga call themselves Little what?
Doggonites.
No.
Nice.
Even some masterminds.
No.
Pass.
Which U.S. state has the most active volcanoes?
California.
No.
That'd be Hawaii, but
Yeah, you should have said Hawaii.
It's not Hawaii, actually.
Is it?
No.
Oh,
wow.
Oh.
You get 6 correct, though.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you.
Which is a decent score.
Yeah. All right, so
Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Steve, I want to say this.
What?
If you want this to be nice, you either, and I'll give you a clue, you either have to get 6 correct or 9 correct if you want this to be nice, but I'm not going to tell you which way it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, buddy.
And no pressure at all to get either of those.
Honestly, I'm not even thinking about 6 or 9s. I'm thinking about W's.
That's
is that what you're thinking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What food item has used the slogan, once you pop, you can't stop?
Pringles.
Yes. Scott Lang is better known as what superhero?
Who?
Scott Lang.
I'm going to go with Flash.
No.
Green Lantern.
No.
Fart Man.
Fart Man.
In 1917, Finland declared its independence from which country?
England.
No.
France.
No.
Switzerland.
No. Robert Plant was the lead singer of what band?
Robert Plant was lead singer of Led Zeppelin.
Yes. What reality TV show are contestants eliminated in Tribal Council?
That's Survivor.
It is.
Did you know who won the Survivor this
I
year?
hate you.
Yeah,
What
man.
color are the stars on the flag of Venezuela?
Red?
No.
Blue?
No.
White?
Yes. A traditional Reuben sandwich has what kind of cheese on it?
Pepper Jack?
No.
No. Havarti.
No.
How about Jimmy Jack?
Swiss.
Yes.
There we go.
The fans of Lady Gaga call themselves Little what?
Monsters.
Yes. Which U.S. state has the most active volcanoes?
Washington.
No.
Alaska.
Yes.
Nice work.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
8.
7.
Oh.
7 correct. Oh, and that is a win, though. 7-6.
Go!
Nate, if you just guessed white. Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know, things happen, BJ.
They do.
For a reason.
I know. Well, you didn't get me a song, so you're dead to me. There you go.
But
Oh, gosh.
But you got me a song, so you and I are cool.
Well, good to hear from you, buddy.
Hey, it's always good to hear from you guys. Thanks.
There he goes. There goes Big Nate.
Bye, Nate.
And there goes Steve, your champion.
Thank you. Nothing will ever keep me down, BJ.
Oh, just yourself.
Or math.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it wasn't
math
9-6. It wasn't nice,
Yeah.
but you
No.
still did win.
It's a W.
Scott Lang, Big Nate got this correct, is Ant-Man.
Yeah, thanks for going to the D.C. world, pal, and then at Howard Stern.
What do you want from me, man?
Man, make mine Marvel, man. Come on.
I'm sorry. Sorry, nerd.
Yeah. Whatever, dude. I'm Team Marvel. You're Team Jerk.
I'm Team whatever is entertaining to me.
Oh, yeah, I know. You would find DC movies entertaining.
Hell yeah. Wonder Woman, forget about it.
Yeah.
Forget about it, yeah.
I would like to forget about Wonder Woman 84. You're right. I wish I could.
Another one, Big Nate got correct. In 1917, Finland declared its independence from Russia.
That was going to be my next guess.
Yeah, that was a good guess from me.
Damn it.
Yeah, and you got Alaska for the most volcanoes.
Dude,
I'm impressed.
I don't think of Alaska as a volcano place.
I was either going to go Hawaii or Alaska. I'm glad I went with Alaska first because I ran out of time.
BJ was very certain it was Hawaii.
I really thought it was. I feel like they got a lot over there, but I guess I'm wrong.
Alaska's got more.
All right, Alaska.
Congratulations, Steve.
Good job, buddy. Very proud of you. Well, since we're talking about geeky stuff in comic books, Marvel released their new show yesterday, the Disney Plus show Secret Invasion.
Is it good?
It's all right.
Did you watch it?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all right. And I'll talk
in this Secret Invasion.
Nick Fury, basically. Samuel L. Jackson is the big star of this.
Okay.
And it focuses on him, and yeah.
All right, yeah, it sounds like a ringing endorsement.
I know. My geeky friends, I'm sure they're going to like it. The trouble is that I really am pragmatic. When I watch anything, I go, is it good for mass appeal? Because that's what I think when you do Academy Awards, whatever. It's supposed to be like the thing is good for anybody. You don't have to be a fan of it to say that it's a good thing.
Okay.
And I mean, for what they're trying to do, I just think other shows have done this better. It's just I get it's a Marvel show, but it's supposed to be like a mystery suspense thriller. It's not supposed to be a lot of superhero-y stuff. It's supposed to basically be this like modern day intrigue plot kind of thing with conspiracies and governmental stuff. And yeah, it features the Marvel stuff in it. So you've got superheroes, alien-y stuff, but really, at the end of the day, the story to me, I think, has been done better by other shows. Okay, if you look at it,
well, fans seem to like 81% dig it.
Of course they do. The fans will because they're Marvel people,
and 66% of the critics, which that seems like that's above average.
It's close to not being. I mean, it's like as close to fresh as you can. Like you have to be 60 to be fresh, so they're only 6 points over fresh, which means they're like 7 points away from being rotten.
Oh gosh,
yeah,
glass is half empty, BJ.
But that's not really the controversy. Okay, whether it's a good show or not, the controversy is the title sequence, which I have to say, I didn't even notice this as being anything. I mean, it looked like it was a weird sort of looking title sequence, but I feel like it almost had a James Bond kind of feel to it.
So it's like the intro.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even care. Whenever they give me that option, skip intro, I always click yes.
I watch it the first time for every show.
You know what? I actually do the same.
Yeah, okay.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of fun. Just say, all right, now I know what the intro's like. I don't never need to see it again.
And the reason there's controversy is Marvel decided to use artificial intelligence to create this. So this wasn't created by artists. They let AI do the whole thing. And
was it like 5 p.m. on a Friday and like, crap, we got to get this show out?
No,
Quick.
they had an idea. I actually, I do defend their idea. Basically, the theme of the show, and I'm not spoiling anything for anybody because they know they've known what Secret Invasion is going to be about. And spoiler alert, if you don't want to know for some reason, you want to go in fresh. But the theme of the show is that there are shape-shifting aliens posing as humans, and so that's why this theme, the opening title theme, was sort of this weird shape-shifting sort of thing that the AI created to sort of match the theme of the show. You don't know who's human, you don't know who's not. Therefore, it's like, did humans create the intro of this show, or did the aliens or somebody
That's kind
else?
of fun.
Yeah,
People are upset about that.
I think I really don't have a problem with this.
We just bitch about anything, don't we?
Well, I bitch about the fact that the show may not be as good as everybody says it is.
But at least you're basing it on like watching the show.
Yes,
it's not just the intro.
But these geeks, and I've never been so upset about being a geek.
Are we
in my
about to
life.
witness some geek on geek crime?
Dude, it is. My group of people are such whiny babies. Because they just nitpick the crap out of stuff.
About our whiny baby sports,
you're
music, comics, wrestling. If you're really passionate about it, you at some point become a whiny baby.
And not for nothing, I love how who gets quoted nowadays. Have you noticed whenever anybody wants to do a controversy, they go on Twitter and quote random people that have no more popularity than anybody else to make it look like, look who else thinks it's crazy. Oh, this is just Jimmy in his parents' basement. Why is he somebody we're quoting?
Right, Jimmy Bunch of Numbers with 17 followers all of a sudden is being quoted as the be-all, end-all.
So this place called Comic Comicology? I never even heard of them.
You ain't following Comicology?
I guess not. I don't know them on Twitter.
Dude, Danny and I talk about it every morning about how much insight they give us to comic books.
Well, here's the insight they had. They said the Secret Invasion credit art was literally made using AI. This is one of the most laughable decisions from Marvel. Really?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot more laughable decisions from Marvel, believe me. You know, I've watched a lot of their movies, and yes.
Dude, you bring up AI. I had the craziest thing happen to me yesterday.
AI style?
Crazy. It's a little hyperbolic like that person right there. But it was really kind of funny. So I have this app on my phone. It's a teleprompter app. And I use it sometimes when I have to record a video for work.
Oh, yes.
Because they'll put the words on the screen. It just makes things quicker when I'm in a rush. I'm like, I don't feel like having to remember everything.
Oh, I like that app.
I got hit up with doing one of my Snoqualmie Casino commercials. So I put it in this usual app and usually just plug it in and they'll just put this. But now it says, do you want AI's help to rewrite this?
Oh.
And I was like, ooh, wow. That's kind of a fun feature. Like you can have if you have an idea of what you want to say, I don't think it's meant for whatever. Like I'm doing a video about shoes, sure. But I don't know what to say. So you can plug it in and they even give you the option of what type of spiel do you want AI to write for you? So do you want it serious? Do you want it funny? Do you want it kind of conversational, casual? And then my favorite was flirtatious. And I'm like, why?
Flirtatious?
So, of course, I had to run it through the flirtatious one.
Okay.
So, I grabbed the screen capture of it just to give you an idea. So, the basic spot was just hey, it's Steve Migs, Snoqualmie Casino. Cruising into summer gives you a chance to score up to $5,000 in free play in June. And you have a chance to win a brand new BMW on June 30th. And if you win, I hope we're going out cruising. So, that's the basic.
So, that's the basic commercial.
That's the one that they gave me. So, I put it through the flirtatious one.
Oh, I am so stoked.
And this is what it said. I wish we had sexy music for this because it's so great. It says, well, hello there, gorgeous. It's your boy, Steve Migs.
Oh, no.
Here to rev your engines with some thrilling news.
Yeah.
Are you ready to cruise in the summer in style? Because Snoqualmie Casino just got the thing to make your heart race and your wheels spin. Every Friday in June, your chance to win. They have a bunch of things. 5,000 smackers just waiting for you to take them for a spin. But wait, there's more. One lucky winner will drive home in a brand spanking new BMW. Can you imagine cruising around in that baby? Windows down and hair blowing in the breeze.
Wow. I hate to say this, but flirtatious filter turns into creepy abductor filter when you read
yes! So what do you say? Are you ready to roll the dice?
No.
Take a chance?
I want to go
and
home
see where
soon.
this road takes us? Because I sure am. Yeah. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
I don't want to get in your white van, sir.
Could you imagine you and me cruising? It was like a whole novel.
Yeah.
It became into a romance. I took one
It's a romance novel,
it was like
baby.
6 sentences that they turned into a 4-paragraph spiel.
Yeah, baby.
I think I may have found some music. Let's see.
Well, hello there, gorgeous. It's your boy, Steve Migs.
Okay, this is not right.
Here to rev your engines with some thrilling news. Are you ready to cruise into the summer in style?
Is this your flirtatious voice?
Yes.
Okay.
Because Snoqualmie Casino has the thing to make your heart race. And your wheels spin.
Yeah, that's I'm not sure what you're doing there.
So what do you say, BJ?
I'll tell you what I say. I'm calling the authorities.
Are you ready to roll the dice?
Officer!
Take a chance.
Is that your flirtation? Really? That's flirtation? Really?
I don't know what am I supposed to be?
I think Vicky can do that better.
Wee, and see where this road takes us.
Okay, you're an Italian.
I sure am a wee.
You're now an Italian-French serial killer trying to
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
I want to say this.
Do you want to try and talk sexy?
I think Vicky would probably beat us all. I think Vicky.
Do you want me to give her the script?
Yeah, I bet Vicky could do a great job with this.
I don't know.
Cue the music.
I got big shoes to fill.
Yeah, but
you don't have to read
Vicky.
the whole thing. Just pick and choose your favorite parts.
Yeah.
Might I recommend
Give her the
beginning
music.
And then the ending for sure.
Vicky, I think, because I will tell you this, when I was doing acting classes, flirtation was the hardest thing for me to do.
I thought I nailed it. Danny's not even standing. He usually stands.
It's true.
Oh, he's got a math book just in case he has to stand because it was so alluring. All right, Vicky, I think you're going to kill this.
Well, hello there, gorgeous. It's your girl, Vicky B, here to rev your engines with some thrilling news.
Are you ready to cruise into summer in style? Because Snoqualmie Casino has got just the thing to make your heart race.
Man. I feel like I'm sounding sexier.
She wins, dude.
I think I was sexier.
I agree with Steve on this one.
I think you're always sexier.
No. You guys are. First of all, Danny, you are his henchman. You're always going to agree.
All right, how about we bring?
You want Sarah to do it?
Yes.
All right.
I almost stopped myself out of respect to you.
No, and this is a competition. I just think, here's what I think. I think women are better at being flirtatious than men are as far as reading stuff.
I think if Vicky would have slowed it down a little bit and been a little bit more bedroom eyes, I think that she would have won.
This feels like one of those videos I watch where a girl's sitting on a couch and we're trying to coach her through it.
I think Vicky was appropriately flirtatious. That's what I think she was.
All right, let's see.
At Sarah's going to be ratchet flirtatious.
Make sure you get the beginning and the ending in there.
All right, here we go.
Everything else.
Wow, that does not sound right. And you're talking to my daughter, sir.
I'm coaching her.
Yeah, that's not a coach that we want.
Sarah says, I have to go to the casino right now.
Okay.
It's probably because of my commercial.
Yeah, so this is the flirtatious filter AI style. So far, I think Vicky's leading Steve. Let's see if Sarah takes the lead on this.
Well, hello there, gorgeous. It's your girl, Sarah, here to rev your engines engines with some thrilling news. Are you ready to cruise into summer in style? Because Snoqualmie Casino has got just the thing to make your heart race and your wheels spin. So what do you say? Are you ready to roll the dice, take a chance, and see where this road takes us? Because I sure am. Let's go, baby, let's go. Woo, my heart was pounding.
Right. I'm going to say this right now. As much as I want to be, Nepo baby man, I still got to give it to Vicky.
Okay.
All right. And you know what, though? I would beat you all. I mean, but you want Danny to try? Because I'd beat you all. I feel it would be just not even fair.
Well, if you're going to say you could beat us all, I think it's your time.
I think it is your time, BJ.
Oh, really? I don't want to take the spotlight.
Yeah, I think you got to do it now.
All right, so I got to do what? The beginning?
At least the beginning and the end. You can do as much as you want, BJ.
All right, here we go. You got the music?
Oh, boy.
Oh, hello there, gorgeous. It's your boy, Steve. And I'm here to rev your engines with some thrilling news. Oh, are you ready to cruise into summer in style? Yeah, you are.
Oh, that's creepy, man.
What do you say?
Mine's better.
You want to roll the dice? You want to take a chance and see where this road takes us? Because I sure am. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That's how you do it, bitch.
What, if you want Mr. Softy to come by? Absolutely.
Danny has just requested a mop. That's how good
Oh, yeah. My basement is flooded, BJ.
That's right. That's what brings the boys to the yard.
I like how you thought Steve's was creepy.
Oh, wait.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Creepy.
Jason? He's our voice extraordinaire.
Oh, come in.
He says he could do it better than anybody else.
He's got the creepy eyes going already.
I know, really. I already feel like I am going to be locked in a basement and I'm never see my family again.
I'm going to have to give my phone an STT test after that.
All right.
Yeah, this isn't fair. He's got the voice.
All right, what's your nickname, Jason, on the men's room? I forget.
Veggie Dog, right?
Veggie Dog. All right, this is Veggie Dog.
Or VD, which is perfect for this. So at least the beginning and the end.
All right, so this is Jason.
Honestly, you can do the whole thing.
He is the professional. But I still feel like we'll see. You got a lot of competition there.
I'm very excited about this.
All right, here we go.
Well, hello there, gorgeous. It's your boy VD. Here to rev your engines with some thrilling news. Are you ready to cruise into summer in style? Because Snoqualmie Casino's got just the thing to make your heart race and your wheels spin.
Don't make eye contact with me, please.
This is really disturbing.
So what do you say, baby?
I do feel like...
Are you ready to roll the dice?
I'm feeling a little tingly.
Take a chance and see where this road takes us?
Oh, yeah.
Because I sure am. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
You know what? I feel like he did a good job. He Barry Whited that beat. Yeah, he really pulled some Barry. If my voice could go that deep, I think that's the way to go, Barry White style. Veggie Dog, everybody. Veggie Dog.
So he said after your reading, BJ, never mind. I don't want to go to the casino anymore.
There we go. See what I do for Snow. See what I do for you, Snoqualmie? I make it happen, baby.
I don't mean to sound biased.
Yeah?
I think I did the best job.
Oh, my God. You do sound biased. I'm going to give it. It's a very close tie between Vicky and Veggie Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to. I mean, unbiasedly, I got to say, Veggie Dog and Vicky, I think. And I think if you gave Vicky a little bit more time, she would really come up with a big, because Vicky does a good job at those things.
I think I'm a strong number one.
You are a strong.
Distant
deluded
second. I'm
person.
giving it to Sarah.
Yeah.
Oh!
Then Veggie Dog.
Oh, wow.
Then Vicky.
Wow.
And honestly, I'm not even putting you in it.
Wow.
Yeah, you failed.
Dude, I got news for you. There are women right now. They're, banging on my door.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah?
And when I go home, I'm going to let them out. But anyway, hey.
I was saying, do they have a police badge on their chest?
All right. So that's that. Danny, can we submit that for our morning convention that we're going to go to because they want to hear like the greatest things you've done on the radio?
You do you.
I say we should do that. I say we put it out there and maybe we'll get an iPad.
So is this Kwame getting some serious mileage on their ad dollars? That or they're seriously regretting their decision?
I think, let me tell you something. That is a very good point.
Someone said, my panties just dropped.
Yeah, that's it. There we go.
I think that's a whole new thing now. Snoqualmie should just have us do everything in the Flirtatious app.
I think that's a great idea.
Flirtatious AI.
Yeah. I think it's a great idea, and I still hope Snoqualmie does business with us. It's really hard to know, whether or not this is a great idea or we just lost a client. I really don't know.
So what do you say, BJ? Are you ready to roll the dice?
Why are you talking
Take a
like
chance.
this? I mean, no, you lost.
I won. I already deemed it.
I know you deemed it. You cannot deem yourself the winner. That's
I'm
not how
the
it goes.
judge.
Oh, my God, you're a dictator.
Yes, I'm the winner.
Yes. All right, we have a new segment on the show that, will help you out since we can't really help out Steve here. I don't care what it is. You got relationship issues, problems at work, anywhere else that you go, hey, maybe you guys could be some good advice givers. And it doesn't matter how strange you think it is. We are here for you. Call us, text us now, 206-803-ROCK. It's Help Wanted, and we're going to do it at 717 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
They called him the most powerful man in Hollywood, and he really was for decades.
He extended his tentacles like an octopus throughout the entire entertainment industry.
Mr. Lou Wasserman.
This is Glitter and Might, an Odyssey Originals documentary podcast series written and narrated by me, Sean Levy. All episodes are available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Is your relationship going sideways?
Have a family issue? Problems with your coworker?
Do you need advice? We're here to help. No problem is too dumb. No dilemma is too silly. This is Help Wanted with BJ and Migs.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. All right, Help Wanted is a brand new thing we're doing here because we've been for a long time getting phone calls, texts, messages from rockaholics saying, I got issues. Do you think you guys could help out? And for some reason they think our advice matters.
Yeah, we say we have issues too, but we can surely read your email and give you bad advice on it.
That's how it goes.
Or text, or take your call.
Yeah, so we decided, hey, we have to do a whole segment based on this, and that's what Help Wanted is about. Relationship issues, workplace issues, anything else in your life. And hey, do not think that what you got going on is too dumb for us. No, we know dumb. So give us a call. Give us a text, 206-803-ROCK. It is Help Wanted.
Like this text we just got. Help Wanted. Good morning, everyone. A radio show got me very confused this morning. I went through so many states of arousal, and all I want to do is gamble and drive a BMW. Any suggestions on how to deal with these urges at work?
Oh, yeah, that's a very big problem. I would
oddly specific.
I would complain to that radio station for just playing with your emotions like that.
All right. So seriously, or not so seriously, depending on which text we end up reading, we have texts about nude selfies.
Oh.
We have texts about proposals. And we have a text about financial decisions.
I can't believe Danny finally sent a text to us about his nude selfies. I knew that, he's been having issues, and he was courageous.
Well, do you call it a selfie when he makes me take the pictures? I mean,
oh, that's not a selfie. See, that's no, Danny. That's just a nude portrait at that point.
All right, so Danny, which one do you want to hear?
Ooh, I kind of want the nude selfies.
Of course he does. That's
a juicy one.
Yeah.
It's synonymous, isn't it?
Yes.
All right, well, Danny, were you in Hawaii last weekend?
I wasn't.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
All right, well, that's what this text stems from. It says, my girlfriend and I were in Hawaii last weekend while on the balcony. While I was on the balcony, she was in the bathroom. I walked into the bathroom to tell her something. I thought she was in the bath, and she was there naked taking a selfie.
Oh.
I was caught off guard, and I was a little, and she was embarrassed and started saying she was taking it from me. She said, quote, I was going to send it to you when we got home as a reminder of what a great time we had. I couldn't believe that, and I was pretty quiet the rest of the day, and later she said she wanted to talk about it. She said, the truth is, I have skin cancer in my family, and I was taking pictures to compare to future pictures to see if I have more moles. I didn't tell you because it's not sexy. I felt stupid, so I lied about taking pics for you. Now, that makes sense, but I still can't believe her. I haven't seen anything that makes me think she's lying, but I can't shake the doubt that I have. Either she's a cheater who can easily tell lies, or I'll feel terrible if she's actually telling the truth.
Wow, I have to say that this is the sucky thing about stumbling into somebody's private time, is that if she hasn't done anything else to make you think that she's been, in a situation of being in an affair, you're kind of a douche. And you need to figure out why you're thinking this way. Why do you think someone's going to betray you?
I understand that, but it is weird walking in on someone taking a picture of themselves naked.
Is it?
Yes.
I really don't think so.
Do you just randomly take pictures of yourself naked?
I myself don't, but I do things that if you stumbled upon me privately, you'd be like, what the hell are you doing? And I'm very embarrassed about it. And it's not sexual what I'm talking about.
Right.
But I mean, I would be very embarrassed, and I know I used to make excuses, and now I just come out and tell everybody, okay, here's what I'm about. But it's so I mean I don't want to believe that she's a bad guy just because she's doing something in her private time.
I understand that, but
see, I don't think it necessarily is weird to take a naked selfie, because there are times where maybe you catch yourself, you're like, you know what, this lighting, and I'm actually looking pretty good. Let me take some pictures for later, because when I want to take a picture, I might be bloated, I might not be feeling it. So I understand having some in your bank, but the way she responded, it's, to show you what a great time we had on vacation, just seems so cheesy and such a fake line. Like, if she did have skin cancer, that might be a thing, but that doesn't seem like a bad thing to say.
So you guys, you definitely think that maybe she's a little sketch because of her excuse.
I'm with Vicky, the way she reacted is the weird part. I understand, like, if you're just like, look, I'm feeling myself and I looked good in this mirror and I wanted a picture, I'd be like, that's pretty funny. But like, all of a sudden you walk in and then they're coming up with multiple different excuses, and then later on,
make new excuses.
It makes me feel like now you've thought out a brand new type of excuse.
Wow,
you know what I mean?
This is tough. I see what you guys are saying. It's tough.
Yeah.
It really is tough. Boy, oh boy. Danny, any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, The excuses are where it's the downfall for me too. I don't think it's weird to take nude selfies at all, because I take those literally all the time.
What do you do with those nude selfies?
Nothing, actually. I delete them mostly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's
like
more,
fully naked, like sausage and everything.
No, usually just shirt. For me, it's more of a weight loss thing. I like to compare. and see.
Dude, I've got progress pictures left and right, but my.
What are you doing with progress pictures of Danny on your phone? I find that very strange.
I just want to see how he's doing and making sure he's staying on the program that we put forward.
I know. You know what? This is all sketch.
I would be really I think that if my girlfriend walked in on me, because I usually do them first thing in the morning when and she's dead asleep, but I feel like if she walked in, I would probably panic and make up excuses too, though. So I don't know. I don't know what my thought would be. I think I would look sketch too and be like, oh, what, hey, and she'd be like, what are you doing? And I'd be like, okay, making progress pictures. But so I don't know if I would go that far into excuses.
All right, we have Sarah here, who's really ratchet, and I think I feel like she would be on the side of the girl, but I could be wrong.
I am on the side of the girl. My friends take nude pictures of themselves all the time and just send it to our group chats. Some girls just... Yeah, they don't send it to other dudes if they have a boyfriend. They just send it to their girls to be like, look at how I'm looking. I need compliments, she was very caught off guard. I wonder how long they've actually been together, because you should just have trust in your relationship. If, she's never cheated on you before, don't automatically assume that these selfies are going to someone else.
Yeah, guys, I think, though, seriously, as much experience as we have in this, shouldn't we go to somebody that's had, the world's experience when it comes to relationships? Shouldn't we talk to Joey D's?
Yes, if anybody knows nude selfies.
Yeah, if anybody knows about relationships, nude selfies, it's Joey D's.
This is a tough one, guys. I really think we're going to have to see the pictures of the woman first before I can make a judgment on whether or not.
Joe, you're not wrong.
Thank you.
Are they sexy poses? Are they just if she's looking for pictures of her with this cancer check.
Yeah.
You're not probably posing and puffing out your chest or putting on some duck lips. Like, you're probably just taking a picture of your body.
Right. And they'd probably be for her doctor at some point.
So Joe's right. We need to see what these pictures look like.
Because if you see these pictures and immediately you want to go to Ivor's, okay, then you know that these are really,
Like, is she holding her, what skis? Like, going like kind of thing, or what?
Wow, did you? Please, I can't ever look at any picture that has a woman doing that ever again. You've ruined it.
You know the picture I'm talking about.
I do, and I used to like those pictures, but then when you grabbed your own areas,
That's what I said. Was it a sexy pose selfie with makeup and hair done, or was it just a basic naked mugshot style photo?
Let's just say this.
Well, and also too, like, if you guys have been together, you guys are going on a trip together. Like, why don't you just ask your significant other to help you if they're really for the skin cancer? And it's like where it might be if you have to be naked, it might be like hard to reach or hard to take a picture.
That's a hell of an. I will say, if she is doing bad stuff, what a guilt trip answer.
Really,
to give back. I mean,
because like you said, I feel like a douche if I'm questioning her being honest or not. I want to know the history of skin cancer in your family. I want to see other pictures proving that you've taken past progress pictures. Like,
talk to her parents.
Yeah,
is skin cancer really in your family?
This is, it really is a hard thing for me, as it were.
We haven't seen the pictures yet.
Yeah, we really haven't seen the pictures yet. And oh man, and if she's done nothing else to make you think there's an issue, oh boy.
Now, I can understand like it was a relatively new relationship where you're like, I don't feel comfortable telling them about like my scare and my fear of all this. Because like, if I was early in my relationship, I probably wouldn't hit my wife up or my girlfriend at the time to be like, hey, can you take progress pictures of me? But like when I've been on my fitness journey, like it's like, almost every Monday, I'm like, all right, babe, taking off my clothes. Can you take them out? Because it's like, it's a lot easier for her to take it than for me to hold it. And, you get a better picture. But
yeah, that's why I wonder how long they've been together. Because if they're going to Hawaii together, I mean,
this is a big thing, though. I will say this, dude. This is a big thing, and this is going to haunt your mind. And if you two cannot figure this out in a constructive way, I will say how she responds. And this is the key in life. If somebody accuses you of something, if you really are innocent, then it's not about you, it's about them. It really is. And therefore, if you are, a loving partner and you really care about this person, you'd be like, look, I get that you're scared about this. What can we do to make it right? Because you're not guilty. It's awful tough when somebody feels like they've been accused of something and then they get defensive. Then both of you are just in this battle. And if you can't get out of it yourselves, you might need a professional to help you because this will infect the entire relationship. The idea of infidelity is not something that you can take lightly. It will ruin the relationship if you don't resolve this.
I'll try and bust every time she goes to the bathroom. He'll open the door and go, aha! And then she's like, I'm just pooping. Like, what do you want from me?
Dude, people, and Sarah knows this, and this was tough for me when J. Rubs first moved into the house. I talked to myself. His nude selfies were really hard.
I love them.
I talk to myself all the time. And a lot and loudly. And, when I think I'm home alone is like, all right, I can do this and talk to myself. And then all of a sudden I realize people are home and I'm like, oh, this is so embarrassing. But eventually I just tell everybody, look, I'm a verbal processor. And also I really practice a lot for my job. I will have arguments. I will do things. I'll take a new subject and I'll just monologue about it. It seems like I'm a crazy person, but this is what I do. But
I'm verbally processing, leaving you alone.
Yes. Yeah. He has arguments with himself, like upstairs.
Yeah.
I'm like, is he on the phone or is he just arguing with?
No, is he arguing with like angry BJ versus like submissive BJ? Like what?
All the BJs
or are they
come
all
out.
yelling?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm taking all sides. Like I'm being interviewed by somebody for a very, very hard subject, and because I really prepare for this job, and this is how I do my life. But it looks like I'm a crazy person. Very embarrassing, and I would make up stuff. And people would be like, no, you just don't want to go to the crazy house. So, no, we don't believe you.
Well, somebody says, I have really severe eczema, and I'd often take pictures and send to my dermatologist. I've been in the exact same situation where my partner has walked in on me doing it, but because I'm open about what I'm doing, it's a non-issue.
Yeah.
The person says, I call BS. If he caught her at home doing it, maybe the skin cancer story, depending on the pose. But if you're doing this on vacation, you're sending pics to somebody else at home.
Yeah, see, it's tough that you think that way in life. Because, you may be right.
Dealt him a weird hand, though, if she's like giving two completely different stories.
I know. It's so hard that we have to think this way about humans, but I can't say you're wrong.
Yeah, and I wonder if he gets a lot of nude selfies from her anyway. Like if she rarely sends nude selfies, that would kind of also be a red flag. Like, you're going to send this to me later, even though you never send me.
Yeah,
and if you want a picture to document how good of a time we're doing, let's have a naughty picture. Like, let's together. Like, if you really want to document.
We're on vacation right now. Let's take pictures together.
I would
I'm very photogenic. Let's go.
And would she show you the pictures? Like, I would show him the pictures to show that, hey, here's what I'm taking pictures of. And if you can see that, oh, these really aren't sexy pictures, she's taking pictures of her skin, but he doesn't say that. And we don't even know if he's seen the pictures. Which, granted,
I wouldn't be surprised if she just quickly deleted them.
Yeah, she doesn't have to show him, but it's like, if you are somebody I'm going to Hawaii with and I've seen naked pictures of you, again, you don't have to do this, but boy, you really could diffuse the situation if you showed him the pictures you took.
Yeah, because I feel like you could tell if like something was taken to look sexy, or if something's kind of like frumpy or just more clinical, because you just want to make sure that you don't have any spots on your skin.
you could tell when a woman's taking pictures, for a breast cancer exam, like pictures, they're not sexy.
No.
Even though you can see
like the
stuff.
texter said, they look like a mugshot.
Yeah, they're not sexy at all. So yeah, this boy, yeah, this could be problems. Yeah.
Well, I hope you had fun in Hawaii.
That's the other part, dude. I don't blame the guy. You're taking her to Hawaii and paying for him. I don't know who paid for the trip, but if he paid and she's taking pictures for somebody else, yeah, I would be so livid. I mean, I can't blame this dude for being upset. I think, yeah. God, now I'm turning over to, all right, I'm on his side.
Oh, look, dumper.
Yeah.
Dumper! She's cheating. Let her go.
There's a female musician that was told online to never cover the music of Metallica again. Only for Metallica to come to her defense.
Nice.
I'll tell you what happened at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, if you're upside down in your mortgage, should you continue to make the payment?
Continuing to pay your mortgage or not is a complex decision because you're going to have to pay to live somewhere. You're going to have a housing payment. So continuing to make your house payment really depends on several factors. One is whether or not you have a second mortgage. The second one is how affordable your ongoing monthly mortgage payment is. Another issue is whether your mortgage is adjustable and you're facing an increase in your mortgage payments later on when interest rates go up. If you do have a second mortgage in this economy with the housing prices being down, oftentimes we can take off or strip off that second mortgage in a Chapter 13 case so that you'd only have the first mortgage to continue to pay.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hello, I'm actor and small business owner Ty Burrell, and I'm going to tell you how Innovation Refund's network of independent tax attorneys help eligible small businesses file for the ERC. Also, they're letting me play with the soundboard, and I love it. They analyze and interpret ERC claims to help businesses get the refund amounts they may qualify for. Go to innovationrefunds.com or call 1-843-REFUNDS.
Innovation Refunds does not provide tax or legal advice. We work with an independent network of tax professionals to evaluate and process your claims. Terms and conditions apply. Ty is a paid spokesman.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. I don't know how to feel about this story. Uh-oh. There's a bagpiper named Allie Crowley Duncan, and she is popular on Instagram as she finds well-known rock songs to play the bagpipes to.
Yeah, I think she's also got like stuff on YouTube as well, but I know her from her Instagram page because, I mean, she's insanely attractive, but also she's incredibly talented with the bagpipes, which is not really an instrument that I typically want to hear.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's nothing against Allie, and I see from her Instagram page, it seems like she performs a lot of instruments. Or am I? Is it just
it's her. She also has some other, like, some flute stuff.
Yeah,
and then also she has a friend that does, like, the violin. So it's like things that you wouldn't expect to quote unquote rock, but she's doing performances with those instruments to make them rock.
So she decided to do some Metallica tunes on the bagpipes, and well, I'll let you hear how she does on Enter Sandman.
Sounds great. Oh.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
I'm not going to listen to this on my free time, but if I'm at like a farmer's market and there's a band performing, or even like if Metallica was on stage and they brought her up on stage and all of a sudden that happened, I'd be like, that's crazy how you were able to turn a bagpipe into a rock thing.
Yeah. I just... You know, look, there's a lot of instruments that are put in rock songs or that I'm like, wow, that's an interesting choice, but it fits.
Yeah.
I don't know if the bagpipes would ever fit with that tune. And that's my problem.
Look, I'm not thinking that the band should go re-record it with her on the bagpipes, but it's fun to hear her interpretation.
Yeah, I didn't find it fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you and I definitely not. There's people that agree with both of us on this, because there are some people, obviously, that are not a fan. But
I'm trying to I don't want to go out of my way and buy this. I wouldn't want Metallica to add her as a member of the band, but I think it's a fun little thing. If I was going on Instagram, because she does a series of videos that just say songs that you don't know could bagpipe to, and then Metallica was one of those series of videos.
All right, and let me try another one. Here's her bagpipe version with her accompaniment to Fade to Black.
That one fits better.
I agree. I see that's the thing, is that I believe you're right, Steve. I think Fade to Black, bagpipes, and obviously if she was in a studio with them, they could have really made it the right way. That would be cool. And if she was if she was on stage doing that on with that,
tear their house down.
Yeah, I just think Enter Sandman's the wrong place to have bagpipes.
I enjoyed Enter Sandman way more than
really.
That one. Yeah, that second one was terrible.
Oh, okay. You just
wow.
I don't know why.
Do you not like the song?
No, the song's great.
Okay.
I just for some reason, to me with Enter Sandman, it just went better.
You know what's weird though? I'm watching her.
So wild,
and it's oddly hypnotic to watch her. I mean, yes, she's very attractive. It's not even about that, but it's just.
I don't even want to say why it's hypnotic. She's blowing into an object that may.
But it's like I don't understand how a bagpipe works. I understand you blow into it and all that, but it's there are moments where she's just doing stuff it doesn't seem to work with the music, but then her hands make it all work. It's just it's a weird instrument, because it's not drums. You see it's going along with the beat. Guitar, when they strum, it's going with the beat. But with a bagpipe, it's almost like you got to anticipate things, and so you have to kind of blow the air in and then be ready to then use that air.
I see what you mean, because it's not on timing, because it doesn't happen right away.
Right, so it's this weird delay, and then she's kind of swaying her hips and moving, and I'm I don't even know if you're listening to the song. And then all of a sudden when she starts playing, I'm oh yeah, clearly you are listening to the song. It's a weird instrument.
Yeah, I guess I can see your point with that. I didn't realize the delay that they have to deal with. And here's the thing. We have opinions. Obviously, the three of us, different opinions. And yet, would I be motivated to go online and be a douche? No.
Yes. I've seen you on Facebook.
Yeah, not to her. Not to her.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Yeah, you're right. I have been a douche. And unfortunately, after posting these videos, shocking to think that somebody would go on the internet and comment and basically say, bagpipes don't belong to Metallica. James wouldn't approve.
And then put the 100% emoji and the angry face emoji.
I hate when people say that, in the world of Star Trek. I keep hearing people go, Gene Roddenberry would be spinning in his grave. And it's I love that at least in this case, James Hetfield is still alive. So when somebody says something stupid like that, like James Hetfield wouldn't approve, you know what? James can actually make a comment on his own about it. And the official Metallica page posted, quote, "This guy does not speak on our behalf. You're awesome, Allie."
Okay, that's pretty funny. Wouldn't it be funny though if James Hetfield still didn't really approve? Like, he's just like, that was Kirk on our Facebook page or on our Instagram page.
That would be funny.
I actually hate this.
This would be great. You know what? If I actually would have a great amount of respect if that was the case.
I always love when people who don't know somebody will then let you know whether or not they would approve of it. Like
So
you said,
stupid.
Like I'm sure the people who say Gene Roddenberry be spinning his way. Okay, what is your relationship with Gene Roddenberry? Please detail everything that you've done with this person to say that you have a good gauge on how they would feel about this. No different than with James Hetfield. It's like, do you know James Hetfield? Do you know what he likes to do in his free time? Do you know if he likes bagpipes? Like, it's such a silly thing to say.
Yeah, and you come to find out that people who are artists and people who have been in the business as long as Metallica, they're not going to take a dump over another artist. They just wouldn't do that.
But you know what the crazy part is with that? Like, had you not have that idiot, and I'm not encouraging people to be trolls on social media, but if it wasn't for that idiot, she would never have gotten a message from Metallica saying how she's awesome.
See?
So, silver lining.
Yes. Sometimes adversity and trauma can be a good thing. Steve, that is a very good attitude to have.
And she was able to turn it into a post on itself.
Yeah.
Like, she's having some fun with it, clearly. I mean, I'm sure she has to deal with people giving her a hard time because it's such a polarizing instrument.
And, here's a shocker. You can like things and I can not like things. Doesn't really speak to the quality of those things. But a lot of people like to believe, since I don't like it, it's trash. You know what I mean? It's just like, do you understand that you are not a critic of what's great? You're only a critic of what you like. That's the best you can do in life.
Well, it's like I even said, like, I'm not going to go actively out of my way to get now a bagpipe version of a Metallica record or want them I don't want them to add her to the band, but it doesn't mean that I didn't appreciate what she was doing. Like, it's not my cup of tea. Bagpipe to Metallica, but
I see what you did. Because they like tea over there in Europe.
Is she from Europe?
Isn't she? Is she not Scottish, or did I just assume that?
I think because I don't know what she is.
Because I just feel like it's a Scottish instrument. I know you play it everywhere else.
Because she's wearing a kilt?
No, because she's playing a bagpipe.
Oh,
I just assumed she was Scottish.
I
How
don't
about
know.
that? Yeah, I don't know who she. And maybe the name. It seems like a Scottish name.
Allie.
She says she's a performer in New York.
Oh, okay. Clark Duncan, not Allie. It's just Clark Duncan. It feels like that's a Scottish name to me. But you know what? I could just be totally making that up because that's where the bagpipes came from, right? Scotland?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the full history, but I always associate it with Scotland.
That's why I just assumed that she was
like Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Oh, so she's just, how cool is it that she just decided if she's not Scottish that she just got, I'd love to know how she got how do you get to an instrument like that? Because it's not something that they teach you in do they even have bagpipes in American schools where part of band going through high school?
I have no idea. That is an interesting question.
How'd she get to it?
What makes you, even like Jonathan Davis of Korn, he's very good at playing the bagpipes. And a couple of their songs that they've incorporated his bagpipe playing. It's kind of cool. But also, at what point in your life when you were a kid did you think bagpipes sound awesome? I guess it had to be when you're a kid.
Yeah.
I wanted to play the flute when I was a kid. I'm glad I didn't learn that. Although that would be pretty awesome if all of a sudden I could just go.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you take a look at Dave Grohl. He plays bunches of instruments.
Yeah, but I'm glad I lean more towards learning how to play the drums than learning how to play the clarinet or the flute.
Yeah. I mean, look at the opportunities you've had because of it, so I can't argue with you.
Although I've always wanted to start my own Kenny G cover band.
I think you can do this.
Yeah, I got to work on the clarinet part.
Yeah, I think you can make this happen. I mean, look what Allie has done.
It's also the accordion.
Yeah.
That's another instrument that's some people have commented I feel bad for the people who live in your home thinking that she lived with her parents, but that she's married with a husband and all that. But I mean, that is a very aggressive sounding instrument and you can't really tone down the volume on it, I don't think.
But any parent that's had a child play any instrument, any trumpet or flute, dude, I got news for you. Or drums, they all suck.
Or guitar.
Yeah, they all suck. Yeah. They really do if someone's learning and not good.
When I first started playing guitar, I feel so bad for my mom because I remember I would just sit in the living room and just go over I was trying to learn different Nirvana songs and I just remember how bad it sounded.
And you turned up the amp?
It was an acoustic guitar. I didn't have an electric guitar at first, but even that,
it's still loud enough.
Still loud enough to the point of where I'm sure she was just wow, this kid is going to give up on this in a second.
I got to tell you, I still curl up in the fetal position when I hear hot cross buns because of what Joey Dees has done.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Oh, God.
Well, dude, I think about my dad. My dad did not want me to play the drums. Mind you, my dad, before he hurt his arm, He was a studio drummer. He was an accomplished drummer.
And usually a person wants the kid to follow in their footsteps.
And he wanted nothing to do with it. Like, he did not want to buy it. When I said I wanted to play the drums, it was like kicking and screaming. He bought me one of those like little rubber plastic practice pads because he's like, I don't want to hear it. Finally, I was able to get my hands on a drum set, and he was just like, you can't play it when I come home. So it was like kicking and screaming. And then eventually when he went and saw me perform live, he's like, I'm glad you learned how to play the drums. I'm like, well, thanks for the support, Dad. Took 15, 20 years, but I really appreciate it. That's nice.
Your dad and I do sound so similar, just how we approach life.
Dude, my wife gives me a hard time because last year at the Puyallup Fair, not this past year, but the year before, when Tate and I went just together, and I bought her a little trumpet, and it's a kazoo trumpet.
Yeah.
So still to this day,
oh boy,
at least once every couple of weeks, she finds it in the closet where we kind of hide it, and all of a sudden, just walking around the house blasting this little kazoo trumpet. And you don't think this thing could kick out a lot of sound until a child starts doing it for several
And
minutes.
who bought that?
I did.
Yeah, see, if you have a stay-at-home spouse and you're the not stay-at-home spouse and you buy something like that, that's grounds for, not even a divorce. You should be tortured.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you really should be. That is the worst thing you could do to any human being, which is why grandparents get back at their kids that way. Yeah, you were a little bastard when you were a kid, so I'm going to get your child a horrible, horrible toy.
And it's not like you really could play the trumpet on this thing. It's just like it's two sounds. It's high pitch annoying, and then higher pitch and more annoying.
See? Sarah, I can't wait to be a grandfather for that reason.
I'll make sure to get the trumpet for you.
Oh, dude, please do. Sarah is going to pay for everything that Sarah did in her life.
Oh, I'm picturing this kid living in the same house as you.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You say that.
I'm saying that, dude. I'm telling you, I'm making moves. I keep throwing things out. We keep having financial advisor meetings to encourage her and J-Rubs to get the F out.
Until the day that you actually kick her out, she's not going to move out.
I know, but I think
you can drop as many hints as you want. You can make as many moves as you want.
I know. At some point, we're going to have to figure that out.
I'm willing to bet.
How much? Because if you bet me, that will give me the incentive to kick her out. Because I can make money.
That's a good point. I don't want to bet a lot of money, but I'm betting that this child one day there's a child on
coffee.
The way. But whenever that time comes, I feel like that child will be born living in that house.
Here's what I will say: if you may be right about that. I will not be living in that house. I do not want to be living in a house. If I have to do that, that means something went horribly wrong. Because there's just no way I should be living like Little House on the Prairie with a grandkid.
You're gonna have electricity.
Well, but
Little House on the Prairie.
That's what they all did. They all lived in the same house. You had, Grandpa Walton and all those. Like, we don't live that way anymore.
Didn't live with the Ingalls. Why do I know their names?
Yeah, that's the real sad thing. But they all lived that way. They all lived in the same place, like Grandpa, and then the regular parents, and then the irregular parents.
It took a village, man.
Yeah, I ain't a village guy. I really am. It's like, here's $10. Get the hell out of my face, kid.
I just love it. As soon as your child's born, now you don't have electricity. You have to chop wood for heat.
It's horrible. I know. I got to do that, man. I don't need to do that. That's a beating.
I think you'll be a great grandpa, stay-at-home grandpa. You'll be raising that child.
God, that would be so bad for that child. I will say this. The book I've been reading says that, part of being a grandparent is you get to do it right with the kids because you have more patience, you're older. You get to learn how to actually be a good parent, and you get to do it with your grandkids because you didn't do it with your regular kids.
And you get to toss them back to the parent when you're done with them.
Thank God. Except I feel, I think Sarah wants the kid, and then just like she did with the dog, she wants someone else to walk it.
Yeah.
I don't think she really wants to take care of the kid. She just wants to have it and say she has a kid and then have someone else take care of it.
And a little trophy.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a trophy kid, and it's really, really, not going to be me. I just want you to know right now, you know how I was? I'll give that kid away if I have to.
We'll raise it on the show.
Yeah.
You can live here at the station.
Oh, a little feral child running in the hallways.
Yes.
Perfect.
It's a little rock baby.
I like that. Well, Joey is good with Lily, so maybe Joey can really be the one to take care of this kid.
Don't pawn this off onto me.
It's going to happen, buddy. You screwed me on the dog what you wanted, then you just basically never took care of it. Now you have to take care of Sarah's
So that's
kid.
the revenge. You give him a living child.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here's a human being. It's your responsibility. I'm out.
Lily's also 9. I don't know how Joe's going to do with a newborn / up to 4-year-old.
You know what? He'll never know until he's thrown in the deep end of the pool, which I will throw him in there. There's a dude that is actually known for making love to a pie. And no, it's not Jason Biggs. Or
is it?
Oh! Maybe it is. And now, how about this? He's the official spokesperson for a pie company. Maybe it is Jason Biggs. I'll tell you all about it at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
They called him the most powerful man in Hollywood, and he really was for decades.
He extended his tentacles like an octopus throughout the entire entertainment industry.
Mr. Lou Wasserman.
This is Glitter and Might, an Odyssey Originals documentary podcast series written and narrated by me, Sean Levy. All episodes are available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Now, I don't know where you might have got this idea that Jason Biggs isn't part of this story. But Jason Biggs, whose character we all know from American Pie, we know that his character loved pies a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, maybe he a bit too much.
How old is that movie now?
Ooh, 90s, right?
I think it came out in 99.
I would say late 90s for sure.
Yeah.
Late 90s, early 2000s, but I think you might be right, like 90-something.
Yeah, so we're closing in on 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah, at least 25. I bet it's at least 25 years old.
99.
Yep,
99.
You called it.
Said that I knew that.
Well, you watch it like every other day, don't you?
Yeah, except for when Lily's here. That's kind of, it's been put on pause. So once she goes back to Tucson, it's back in my normal rotation.
I bet you can't wait till when she's old enough to appreciate it, and then you can watch.
Isn't that ever going to be uncomfortable for you? It might be. I think it might be uncomfortable. I remember watching a show like that with my daughter for the first time, and it was just like, oh, that's
I usually stayed away from any sex scenes with watching movies with my parents.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
Including sex scenes with pies.
Yeah. So that's, that was a great iconic scene that really, it really formed a lot of people's lives. I would say that millennials and young Gen Xers, man, that was the movie American Pie. And how about Jason Biggs for that pie scene where he gets intimate? Here it is, 25 years later or more. He's now the spokesperson for Edwards Desserts and is promoting their new passion fruit pie.
I wonder if he was being hit up by different companies for years, and he was just like, no, I want to keep it, and then finally hit a point in his life where he's like, I can look back on that and laugh that's what I'm known for. I'm in. How much are you willing to pay me?
Gosh, if he waited that long, he's crazy, because I would have done it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but maybe he wanted to be taken seriously as an actor, and he's like, I'm not going to endorse a pie.
That's the mistake they all make, Steve. I'm all about, I'm Shatner. I will do, you give me any money and I'll be anywhere.
I do love they have like a little graphic when he's doing the commercial, and it just says, Edwards Pie Lovers Unite.
Oh, yeah. And here's the commercial, which you can check on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. Jason Biggs from American Pie. Here is here's the commercial where he references what he actually did to that pie back in American Pie.
I'm Jason Biggs, and I'm America's biggest pie lover. Not in a weird way. There's nothing more American than pie. So I've teamed up with Edwards to start your 4th of July off with a bang. Detonation. Explosion. Nope. Pie lovers passion fruit pie. Luscious layers of passion fruit, coconut mousse, pineapple cream. I can say cream, right?
Yeah.
Passion fruit. Because apple is so 24 years ago. There's nothing hotter than frozen pie.
In.
I like
that is fantastic.
I want to try their pie just because of this commercial. That's kind of weird.
And it was 24 years ago. So he nailed it because he's like, yeah, apple pie is so 24 years ago. Because I believe it was an apple pie that he was involved with.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's genius. I don't really know much about Edwards. Do we have, are they just a frozen food?
I was about to say, this is the first I've ever heard of this brand.
But you and I probably don't go to that section of the freezer. I can't tell you the last time I went to the freezer section for anything except ice cream.
Oh, I'm looking at the picture on some of their packaging, and I have seen this.
Yeah,
I've never gotten around to get one, but the cookies and cream pie looks really good.
Oh yeah, they all look good. Oh
actually,
man,
they have a key lime pie. You should try it, man.
You know what? I mean,
it's only $9.49 at Safeway.
I'm a snob, so it better be amazing.
You won't know until you try it. It could be better than your son's.
No, that is impossible.
You say that.
I mean, really, Joey D's does know how to make a good key lime something or other.
Joe, this might be the nicest thing your dad's ever said.
I'm writing it down now. What's today's date?
Write it down.
The 22nd.
Do it.
Great day.
Come on, it's fresh baked cookie crust. All you have to do is thaw it and enjoy.
I mean, when you think about it, whenever we want to complain about society and maybe society should get, it's too serious, getting to see a commercial based on what he's famous for, based on how they make all those jokes, it's nice to know that society still has a sense of humor. Like Edwards is like a company that can go out and do that.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
I bet they're going to sell a bunch of pies because of it.
I agree. I think it's a brilliant idea. I think it's something that should have happened a long time ago, now that I've seen it. But
it's got 4.6 stars out of 5 based on 8 reviews.
And Jason Biggs is a likable guy. I wonder, honestly, if this commercial thing goes well, because I can't tell you the last thing he's done.
I was about to say, I don't remember the last Jason Biggs movie.
Oh, movie?
Or
I don't
TV
know.
show.
Orange is the New Black.
You're right. And he was great on that.
What was it? I totally forget.
He was like the bond of the first season, a big part.
I can't remember him.
The boyfriend.
The boyfriend.
Oh, yes, that's right.
And then he ended up, dating the friend and kind of got written out, I think.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Well, you're talking, that was over 10 years ago, the first season of Orange is the New Black. That has to be 10 years ago.
Maybe maybe a director will be like, oh, I forgot about that guy. Just put him in a movie.
And he still looks good. He looks very youthful.
I mean, yeah, I can't think of anything other than like all the damn American Pie remakes that he was a part of.
I don't know. He's one of those guys that didn't blow up, not the way other people did. I mean, Allison Hannigan, of course, had a really great career. I can't remember if Buffy was before or after Pie, but she's done a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
She, of course, did How I Met Your Mother, which was great for her. And I'm trying to think of the other people in American Pie. Of course, Tara Reid did great stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't think of
William Scott.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Stifler, of course.
Stifler's mom.
Stifler's mom lately has been blowing up.
She's been crushing it. She's probably the most successful of the entire bunch.
Yeah, I would. At this point, yeah, Steve, I have to give you that because I don't know what Sean William, whatever his name is, Cougar Mellencamp has done.
Sean Scott. He did that one movie with The Rock that was awesome.
Yeah. Okay, that's a very nice. That's a very nice thing to that. But that's a nice way to say that movie was okay.
Was it The Rundown?
One of those, but I was thinking Goon.
Yeah, he was good in Goon, but that was, Goon was a good movie we all loved, but it wasn't a gigantic success.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been in a few other things, it looks like, but nothing really huge.
Yeah.
He was in the Lethal Weapon show.
Sean William Scott was?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
Yeah, he was one of the.
Oh yeah, guys. I remember that. Yep.
He was one of those guys in Lethal Weapon.
He was one of the main two. Yeah, it was him and like Damon Wayans, I think.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's unfortunate.
But he was the new partner.
Yeah.
Because remember they had that one guy.
Oh, that's right. He replaced the guy.
And then
that's.
And then there was like a falling out,
and it didn't do well after.
It didn't do well. Yeah.
So he didn't
loved the Lethal Weapon show. That was a good show.
It was kind of like when Ashton Kutcher replaced Charlie Sheen. It just you knew it wasn't long.
I enjoyed it that way too, but you're right. It wasn't as good. Yeah. So today he's also been hosting game shows and some TV series as well, Jason Biggs.
Cash at your door.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
What the hell is that?
Oh.
He shows up at someone's door and he makes them go through a series of tests of working together and they can win $25,000.
So he's been doing stuff. Yeah. Making some good cash probably, keeping his medical benefits up.
He's paying his bills. And that's all that matters.
Yeah, good for him.
The show came out in 2021 and it says there's only 2 episodes.
So he's not paying his bills. What's he doing now?
He's keeping up his medical insurance.
He's doing commercials for pies and pretending to have sex with them again.
Yeah. And who knows if this John Travolta is his career. Because you remember John Travolta was doing stuff, but not until Pulp Fiction did he get back again.
Oh, someone's speaking awful words. The Rundown was a horrible movie. Rosario Dawson was the greatest part of that
movie. Ooh, that's Ahsoka, right? I think she's Ahsoka. Yeah.
Yeah, he said, especially now that she's Ahsoka.
Ahsoka, I just said.
But who's that?
Oh, she's a Star Wars character.
Gotcha.
Very beloved from the animated series that was brought to live action during The Mandalorian, and then she's got her own series coming up, I think, in August.
Huh.
Yeah. So, and very much looking forward to that. But Rosario's great. She was also, I believe, in Daredevil, wasn't she? The nurse in Daredevil. Yeah, she's good stuff. I know sometimes people don't like the things she says, but I think she's a good actor.
So the Edwards pies are distributed out of Tacoma for Western Washington, and the key lime and Oreo pie are bomb.
Really? Well, you've never had Joey's key lime bars. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, now we got to get them all.
Got to get them all. Just like Pokemon. Got to collect them all.
Hey, if we're talking about food,
yes,
I got to ask Danny V a question.
I don't like to talk to him, but okay.
Because last night was the big night. Last night.
Oh, Moto.
Was his Moto Pizza night.
Oh, all right. Yeah, Moto Pizza, which is the hard-to-get pizza here in Seattle, where now you can't even reserve this amazing Detroit-style pizza.
It's so good. And I had it last week, and I couldn't stop talking about it. I still think about it to this day.
It's MOTO, and I mean, I'll tell you about it. We have spoken about it on the show a couple times, but you're not going to be able to get it at least for months, unless you could go to T-Mobile Park, wait on in line for hours. They say about 3 innings you miss.
You
if you
can
want
go to the venues where the establishments that sell it, and just hope that there's not a long line, because there are some people that say they just went their day of and got it in 15, 20 minutes.
What?
Yeah, it just depends.
Joey D's?
That's a crapshoot, though. You got to you can't go into it expecting that's going to be the case every time.
We should just go to lunch at some point, Joey D's, and take a shot.
Yeah, just cross the street if it's too long of a wait. Go somewhere else.
And they also don't open till 4. Just fair warning.
Oh, that's hard for
some
our
that
jobs.
An early dinner.
Yeah.
I'm not doing a 4 o'clock thing then.
You're never going to get one, BJ.
Well, I feel like Moto's got to figure it out. They could be making so much more money.
They're sold out everywhere, and they're
figuring it out.
Here's what I'm saying. You guys say that. Yes, it's a good business model. But
I don't know if it's a good business model, but it's working for them.
I don't know. It may be working for them, but that's what frustrates me is okay, you could be doing more. Maybe they're going to get ready to do more. Maybe this is fine for them, but I feel like if I want one and can't get one, okay, but I feel like, don't you want to sell as many as you can to as many people that want them?
That's what they're doing right now, is that they're selling as many as they can, but they're small establishments, which is why they're opening up one in Belltown.
Yeah, they need to open one up where you can sit down, have a good day. But then again, how brilliant is it?
Because our oven space and physical space limitations and a lot of demand, we're not there yet. But as we continue to build out our locations, we promise the wait will go down. Thank you for your patience, you narcissist that just expects everything to be handed to you, BJ Shea.
Wow, that is a rather specific quote on their site.
Right there on the frequently asked questions page.
I give them credit because they address their customers individually, just like that. Good for them. Good for Moto. All right, well, I like the idea they're going to expand, and I am hoping they come to the east side.
Yeah, they said, hey, look, if you show up, we have a limited amount of dough set aside each day. So it's always nice to see our customers, but we can't guarantee pizzas if you just show up.
Yeah, and the 4 p.m. Only for me, because I'm not going anywhere at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
Danny, which ones did you get?
We got the plant one.
Oh,
a regular cheese.
All right.
And then the all-in, which is like the everything.
And that's that's their popular one, I think, right?
No, they're popular. The one they're known for is Mr. Pig.
Mr. Pig.
And I didn't order that one.
What is Mr. Pig?
I kind of regretted that one.
Is that just like ham and stuff?
Yeah,
some pork stuff is on it. Yeah.
Pork belly, spicy pork sausage, onion, Moto cheese blend.
Okay, pork bellies is not something you find on a pizza. Okay,
it's this one right here,
and that's their popular.
That's their top seller, the OG.
Wow.
That was the first one I guess they made.
Yep.
That is an interesting choice to go pork belly for like your mainstay pizza, and look how successful it is for them.
Yeah, and then the rest is history.
That pizza does look amazing, dude.
They all look amazing,
and it doesn't look like anything you normally see.
Yeah,
I mean that's the cool thing. I wonder if there's any Detroit style pizza like in Detroit that looks like this.
Dude, it was
maybe.
Yeah, I wonder.
It was 10 out of 10.
It's so good.
It was the best pizza I think I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Even better than Dion's crap?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, different kind of pizza for sure, because it's like the Detroit, like Steve said, it's the Detroit style. So but the way that they make that pizza, and we had a reservation to pick up our pizzas at 7:15. Immediately, 7:15 hit, they were ready to go. Went home, and like even Lily was like, "This pizza is incredible, Dad." She was like, "I've never had pizza like this before." I was like, "Neither have I." Like I just immediately went on the same as Steve and was like, I wonder if their orders are open so I can order it for 6 months from now.
And here's the crazy thing, if you just joined us, Moto Pizza. Danny, you picked up your pizza last night because you had to reserve it. When did you reserve this pizza?
February.
Yeah. And here we are, June, and Danny went down and had to get his pizza that he reserved in June, because that's pretty much the only guaranteed way you're going to get it when you go down there.
It's ridiculous.
It's kind of one of those nice things that I thought about it. Like, it was like, if you just put in your order and kind of forget about it, not that you just actively don't think about it. And it was kind of like, it came really quick, and it was one of those, like, a nice surprise. Like, I didn't have to pay anything because I already paid for it.
Yeah, it's like a little sprinkle of Christmas.
Yeah,
they weren't expecting.
Yeah. But now you're saying you guys tried recently, you can't even reserve right now.
No, right now, look at it. It says sold out, coming soon. Mariners games, good luck to you.
Yeah, you just got to follow them on their Instagrams, and they post when their bookings are open.
And I'll be honest, once they're open, I'm ordering more pizza.
Same.
Again.
Yeah, I think now, like, if they were on Shark Tank, I wonder what the Sharks would tell them. Like, do they need an influx of cash? Because you're sold out. People want your product.
Well, I think then they would I think that's definitely that's probably the point of why they want to open that one in Belltown. I wouldn't imagine, like, if it continues to be successful, you're right. Like, it's get as many locations and you'll be killing it.
And how has somebody like who's got big money here in Seattle, like venture capitalist people, how have they not been, unless they're just getting wind of these guys, that somebody hasn't said, we're fast tracking this. We, with a bunch of money, can get these all open a lot quicker because we got tons of cash.
Unless the people who made it are just like, look, we're going to do it on our own speed, on our own dime. That way all the money comes back to us, baby.
I have seen that, and Mark Cuban usually gets very disappointed at those people, gets really sulky when people go, I don't want to work with you, Mr. Cuban.
Right, of course. I don't want you to get some of my money that I work so hard to create.
And all I know is Mr. Wonderful wants perpetuity. I don't know what it means, but he just says, look, and I want your pizza in perpetuity. That's
the
it.
one that gets me, and is the shrimp one that they have.
Yeah.
Because it's pineapple, chives, pineapple pesto, chili oil, and yellow pepper sauce on it.
I do like pineapple.
And then big-ass shrimps are on it, too.
Yeah, the shrimp is interesting.
It looks amazing.
Because usually we pair ham with the pineapple.
Yeah.
So the shrimp is very interesting.
Not in Detroit, man.
Yeah, Detroit does it their way. Or at least Moto does it their way.
It's a 10 out of 10. That's high praise coming from the pizza man.
Yeah.
MOTO, good luck to you. As Steve said, I mean, I'm telling you where to go, but they're all sold out. You can't even reserve a pizza right now up until, which is insane. Like, they obviously only go a few months, because February to June, that's 4 months.
Yep.
So you'd be like, you mean to tell me they are sold out from basically in October, and they're not going to go further than, or is it even further than October?
When I went on there, and I kicked myself down for not ordering it, which is kind of silly to even say, but like it was early August that you would have gotten your pizza if you would have ordered it from the Edmonds location. Mm-hmm. And I went back after we ate our pizza. I'm like, screw it. Let's get it for August. And it was already, you couldn't do it.
Well, if we go by the February to June thing, forget August. September's out and October's out.
Well, that wasn't even an option. So I don't know if they have like a set plan. I think they're just like, okay, we cut it off in August and then we'll open it back up whenever.
I know that's how they used to do it. And like I said, I feel like you follow their Instagram and they post when they open new bookings for.
But they gave you guys
month.
June in February.
Well, we just lucked out with that one.
That's what I'm
Steve
saying.
was just on there by accident.
They went 4 months out with that, and somehow you can't. I'm assuming they could still go 4 months out, and it looks like if that's the case, they're not open for that.
I don't have those answers for you, man.
You need to get them, Steve.
I'm not inside the mind of Mr. Moto.
Why haven't I?
I'm just telling you, like the cutoff was August last time.
You need to go to Mr. Moto. And
I don't know what to tell you.
You have one job now, Steve. Okay, you know what to do,
Mr. Moto.
Mr. Moto,
and hook us up with some pizza. Damn it.
Yeah. Yesterday, Steve. Yeah, he did get this one right.
What complicated female singer sang the theme song for the SpongeBob SquarePants movie?
Dumb Avril Lavigne.
Don't say that.
Oh, yes.
Sack.
Did you call me a sack?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and I stand by it. Disparaging the great name of Avril Lavigne. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-803-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 847 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's a question from a listener. My house is currently in foreclosure. I've stopped making payments. What can I do to save my house?
If you're already in foreclosure behind on your mortgage, you can stop the foreclosure by filing a bankruptcy. There's different types of bankruptcy. Chapter 13 can help you catch up on your house payments if you're behind. It would mean that you'd have to start making your house payments again and catch up on the amount that you're behind over 5 years. You could also take off or strip off your second mortgage, which would help you to reduce your housing payment every month, especially once you're done with the plan and done catching up on your first mortgage. We could also try to buy you some time by filing a Chapter 13 case. Filing a Chapter 13 would definitely stop your foreclosure.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. And thanks for listening.
Hi, this is Shannon Storms-Bedore, Real Housewife of Orange County and entrepreneur. When my company, Real for Real, started selling our health products online, we really struggled to find a way to ship our orders out quickly and without error, until we started using ShipStation. ShipStation's simple dashboard makes it easy to automate shipping tasks and effortlessly manage your orders from every marketplace, including Amazon, Etsy, Shopify, and more. Print shipping labels, easily compare rates and delivery times, and take advantage of discounts up to 84% off USPS and UPS rates. And with enterprise solutions that make warehouse optimization easy, ShipStation scales when your business does. No wonder 98% of companies that stick with ShipStation for a year become customers for life. Spend more time growing your business and start automating shipping tasks with ShipStation. Go to shipstation.com/audio today and sign up for your free 60-day trial. That's shipstation.com/audio.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hello, I'm actor and small business owner Ty Burrell, and I'm going to tell you how Innovation Refund's network of independent tax attorneys help eligible small businesses file for the ERC. Also, they're letting me play with the soundboard, and I love it. They analyze and interpret ERC claims to help businesses get the refund amounts they may qualify for. Go to innovationrefunds.com or call 1-843-REFUNDS.
Innovation Refunds does not provide tax or legal advice. We work with an independent network of tax professionals to evaluate and process your claims. Terms and conditions apply. Ty is a paid spokesman.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. All right, I know it's tough. I know it's tough to show love for the M's when they have just been what they've been. But really, you've got to put the good vibes out there, which means get that KISW baseball shirt. That's how it gets done.
If anything, at least you could use it as a really nice piece of cloth to cry into as the Mariners continue to lose to the Yankees.
You definitely want the KISW crying cloth. That you can also wear.
It's soft on your face.
It is, really. These are really good-looking shirts. I mean, they're three-quarter sleeve style baseball shirts. We have a home version and an away version. And, yeah, the Mariners need your support, don't they? Okay, well, we need your money. How about that? That's even better.
Let's go, Mariners.
Yeah,
it all starts today.
Yeah, let's go. Your money in our pockets. It all starts today. Get those baseball shirts at KISW.com.
Let's play B Migs. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. B Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. B Migs. You're a loser.
Who's ready to be Migs? Now, we have a very special contestant on the line.
Oh. Really?
She is a good friend of mine. She was actually a bridesmaid in my wedding.
Oh, hey.
And I am a very big fan of her booty. That's why her name is Big Booty Megan.
Big Booty Megan.
Big Booty Megan, are you there?
What? Okay.
Hi, guys. Hi. All right, Steve, now get out.
Oh, this is exciting.
I know. I'm not too sure how she's going to do with trivia, but, she's going to give it her best shot.
Yeah, there we go.
For those playing at home, Big Booty Megan has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready, girl?
No, but I will. Yeah.
Okay. Which planet has moons that are nearly all named after Shakespearean characters?
Pass.
Hold Me Closer was a hit song for Elton John and what pop star?
Pass.
What river runs through the Hoover Dam? The Reds is a professional baseball team from what city?
The Reds.
The Reds.
The Reds. Wait, what? Say it.
The Reds is a professional baseball team from what city?
Like the color, the Reds. Okay.
Wow, you really are dumb. Okay. What collectible stuffed animal made its debut in 1993?
Beanie Babies.
Yes!
There we go.
Principal Skinner is a character from what animated sitcom?
Nickelodeon. Hey Arnold.
No.
Simpsons. Pass.
The federal agency FDA stands for what?
Federal Bureau of FDA. Food and Drug Administration.
You should know that one. Which Spice Girls singer wasn't an original member of the group?
Ooh.
Say it one more time.
Which Spice Girls singer wasn't an original member of the group?
Posh Spice.
No. Megan, you dropped a deuce.
Yeah, you did.
Wow. You know, somehow I'm not surprised.
Wow. Why would I know baseball, Sarah? Why would I know?
Steve, you don't have your work cut out for you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not nice.
I mean, yeah. Are you ready? Yes! Which planet has moons that are nearly all named after Shakespearean characters?
Which planet? Jupiter.
No.
That would be Big Booty Megan. That would be Uranus.
Thank you! Yes.
Oh.
Hold Me Closer was a hit song for Elton John and what pop star?
Hold me closer.
Oh,
Madonna?
you know it. No.
Lady Gaga.
No.
Paul McCartnney.
No. What river runs through the Hoover Dam?
Mississippi.
No.
Kwai.
No.
Colorado.
Yes.
Whatever.
The Reds is a professional baseball team from what city?
Cincinnati.
Yes.
Wow.
What collectible stuffed animal made its debut in 1993?
Beanie Babies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Principal Skinner is a character from what animated
Saved by the
sitcom? No.
The Simpsons.
Yes. The federal agency FDA stands for what?
Federal Drug Administration.
No.
Fun drugs available.
No.
For dopes addicts.
No.
Yeah.
Which Spice Girl singer wasn't an original member of the group?
Baby.
Yes. Wow. I don't know how you knew that.
Yeah, that's amazing. You knew that.
You get 6 correct, though, which is a win.
Yes.
Yeah, Megan
6 to 2.
Yeah, Megan did not do well.
At least you got 2 right.
Yeah.
I got 2. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go, Megan.
I feel like Megan, though, is smarter than our questions, and we just didn't hit her sweet spot. That's all.
That's really nice of you to say.
Were those
They
questions?
should be curious for me.
Were those questions like geared towards Megan too?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just the Uranus one.
Okay.
Yeah, that I thought would have been a gimme.
You got really excited about it, so I thought, well, maybe she lives in Cincinnati or something.
No.
No, but some of these you should just know.
She loves the Colorado River.
Yeah.
You know, Hold Me Closer.
Was that Adele?
No, it's Britney Spears.
Oh, I wouldn't have known that. But Megan should have known that.
You just got to say pop stars.
Well, Megan, it's at least cool you were on the show.
Have fun with you and your big booty.
Okay.
Oh, wait. While we have Megan on the phone.
Oh, here we go.
Big Booty Megan.
Oh, God.
First story that pops into your mind. What is your favorite embarrassing Sarah story?
Oh, wow.
Oh. It would have to be her bachelorette party.
Oh, gosh.
Sarah got way too drunk on the boat. We were actually just looking at videos, and she started pole dancing on the beams in the boat, and she was going so hard she bruised like her inner leg and butt.
Yep, pretty accurate.
God, you really are just a bad drunk.
We actually just watched some of those videos at dinner recently, and J-Rubs had not seen some of them.
Was he proud?
I don't know if proud would be the word. I think he was embarrassed for me.
I don't blame him.
But he also was like, well, that's my wife.
I
Stuck with her for life.
Like mother, like daughter is all I'm going to say, which is probably why Megan likes your mom so much, because she knows ratchet when she sees it.
Yeah, that's true. Megan's just as ratchet as me. So
Yeah, and your mom she's quiet ratchet.
yeah, but she gets wild.
Yeah, she does.
Your wife is the love of my life.
I know. That's because she's ratchet and you love ratchet. There you go.
I do.
All righty. Megan, thank you so much for being on the show. Love you.
Love you. Talk to you guys later.
There you go. There goes Megan, one of Sarah's friends. I saved Megan's life with my Boy Scout kid.
What?
You don't even know this. She was sick, super sick at your wedding.
Oh yeah.
And I came through with the Pepto-Bismol because I have my Boy Scout kit that I bring with me with all my medicines. And she's just like, dude, I don't know if I can get up there and do this, because she right before the
hungover sick.
I'm not sure what kind of sick it was. Was it hungover sick?
I was going to say, what other kind of sick would it be?
I don't want to assume.
It was hungover sick because the rehearsal dinner was the night before. She got way too wasted. She literally came the next day.
I thought you had a rule that no one could get drunk at the...
It didn't happen,
It
Steve.
did not. It did not go according to plan.
Oh, yeah, no, that
furious.
Yeah, her party was insane. The rehearsal dinner party was just like, okay.
She stumbles in at 7 a.m. to do hair and makeup.
Yep.
She's still drunk.
Yeah, nice.
So, the hangover hits maybe like 4 or 5 hours later, and that's when the wedding is. And her dress was crazy tight, so that wasn't helping.
Yeah.
So she was nauseous, hungover, tight dress in a
Being
hot area.
squeezed the entire time.
Yeah. I didn't know you saved the day, though.
Oh, everybody makes fun of my Boy Scout bag, but I have it every time, and I pulled it out and I go zing, and of course
Do you have it like in like a fanny pack that you just walk around with?
It's kind of like a plastic travel bag you put in a suitcase. But I took it out of my suitcase, so I bring it wherever I go in my suitcase. But I pulled it out of the suitcase and put it in this bag that we had to put sneakers in because we were doing a lot of running around at the wedding.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know someone's going to need this, and boy, oh boy, my wife looked right at me and goes, "If anybody has any help, I think it might be you. Am I right about this?" I go, you're right about this.
You would think I might need it. I could be nauseous or something, but nope.
Pepto-Bismol pills. She took them, and just like that, within minutes, she was like a champ. She was like, dude, I cannot believe how you saved the day. Like, she was ready to rock.
That's nice you cared, because I was like, this isn't your day. Be nauseous, just stand up there. I don't care.
Look at you. Yeah.
Well, I know.
You puke.
Like a drill sergeant.
Yeah.
Just puke and rally, soldier.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My special day, not yours.
That's right. So, you know what? Not all superheroes wear capes.
Yeah. The one that she actually did get correct and you didn't, the federal agency FDA stands for Food and Drug Administration.
Food.
Yeah. You're all about the drugs, the fun drugs.
Food. It is weird that they're like together.
Yes.
You feel like drugs would have their own department.
Right.
Like, and food should have their own department. Like the fact that they're together, it's like, I feel like really government, you could really maybe put a bunch of employees so they all do their jobs well as opposed to some of the lame crap that they do. And you go, how did this get approved?
Yeah, I'm FDA. I'm policing Twinkies and Molly. It's kind of strange.
It really shouldn't be the same department.
I love the drugs you think of.
Yeah.
You really think of the fun ones.
Yeah, and
I
the
don't
food.
think that's what they're thinking of.
Also, Twinkies are fun too, so he knows how to.
It's that cream filling, BJ.
Oh, yeah. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. Okay. How about the fact that I love Twinkies cream filling more than Molly? That tells you something right there. Yeah. You pick the topic. You guide the show. Text us. Call us. 206-803-ROCK. We've got your calls. We've got your texts at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock. 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by the Shane Company. Listeners on the Loose. This is where you pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. 206-803-ROCK. Hey, man, talk about whatever you want to talk about. Though Steve still does have a rule.
And that's just to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to gong you. And then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
Call us, text us, 206-803-ROCK.
Oh, we got a couple texts about this, but this one I think framed it exactly the way that it should be framed. Does Danny smell today?
You know, I checked.
Well, we have to give a little backstory behind what's going on.
All right, well, go ahead and do it.
Well, yeah, yesterday you called out Danny V because during Help Wanted, someone had a question about how do you tell your coworker that they're stinky, and then BJ illustrated it by just telling your coworker that they stink, and you said that Danny smells.
That was a courageous moment for me because usually I have you do it.
Yes. I know. I mean, you asked for me to have your back, and I was like, I don't notice. I was like,
I know, you're the wrong guy. You don't smell anything.
I mean, I could lie and say, yeah, man, he reeks. But so you said that he smelled, not body odor smell, but cologne smell.
It's his cologne. And so Danny confirmed to me today, because I was close to him.
Yes.
And I smelled some cologne. I was next to him.
Okay.
Which is surely close enough for a person with my highly sensitive olfactory system.
And so yesterday we said, hey, Danny, how about you come to work without the cologne and see if it bothers BJ or not?
And he said you took a shower today.
Last night, yeah.
Okay, last night took a shower. And today he comes in. I confirmed that he still has cologne. It's not as bad as what he usually, when he puts it on, but he's got it all over his clothes.
So it's on your clothes?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I gotta imagine that's probably not easy to get off with just a washing of the clothes. Like, it's probably caked on.
Yeah, well, and it's like
I don't wear it every day.
Let me ask you guys, do you notice if I have any cologne on today?
No, I can't smell
And
it.
I do. You know why? I contend the only way you would know is if maybe you hugged me, or maybe if you were like my wife and really would get close enough. I think that's what cologne's supposed to do.
Yeah.
I think cologne is only supposed to be smelled by somebody.
Put on?
Of course, me. I'm a Jacquard Noir guy.
What? Really?
Oh yeah, my wife loves it.
1987?
Dude, she has loved Jacquard Noir since 1987. That's her thing.
Noir.
Oh yeah, dude. I laughed when she got it for me.
That was my brother's jam when he was in high school.
I know, and my wife, I'm like, honey, I'm going to be so made fun of that this is my thing, but this is what she
likes
loves.
it.
She likes it. You can't smell it to save your life.
I don't smell anything, no.
And Vicky bumped into me. Vicky, we accidentally bumped into each other in the hall. Did you smell anything?
I wasn't trying to sniff you, and plus I have allergies, but can I sniff you?
Go up to him.
I'm curious.
Yeah, see if you can try.
So maybe now we need to. So does Danny smell?
No, I don't smell it.
That's because I put on the right amount.
So is that the problem? That Danny needs a tutorial on how to put on cologne?
Yeah. Do you know how to do? Here's what you're supposed to do, and I learned this from the ladies.
Hey, ladies.
Hey, ladies.
You take the cologne, spray it in the air, then you walk through it twice.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's how you put cologne on. Danny, I know what Danny does. He literally sprays himself like sunscreen.
Do you spray it on you?
Yeah.
You don't do that. That's not what you do. You walk through it. You don't spray it on you ever. You just walk through the mist.
How do you feel without wearing your cologne today? Do you feel naked? Do you feel weird?
Oh, no, I feel fine.
Okay.
But, yeah, I don't feel any different.
So maybe just don't wear the cologne.
I like the cologne, though.
See, that's the problem. But I will say this.
I like the way I smell, Steve.
Here's the problem. He's got it all. You've got it all over you already. You don't even realize it. Vicky, can you go up and see if you can smell cologne on him? Or at least you smell him more than you smell me. Can you smell anything on him?
This is the strangest
a little bit more than I did you,
Yeah.
but it doesn't
Vicky,
smell
come
like
over
it
here and
has
smell me now.
Yeah. Don't do it, Vicky. I don't.
You just fart.
No.
I don't know why you're saying that.
Pull my finger while you do it.
Now, Vicky's nose is stuffed up, and I have a very sensitive nose, which is why I can tell Danny's got cologne. I have a very sensitive nose. It's just how it is.
BJ, have you tried spraying the cologne in your mouth? If someone want to know, like that.
Oh, like Danny? Yeah, that really works.
So should we now try easing the cologne back into this scenario, and then maybe tomorrow do the spray and walk into it?
Yeah, spray and walk through it.
Okay.
Do that, and that's it.
I don't want you to be unhappy. If you want to smell yourself all day, the least we could do is let you have your cologne on.
Yeah, I'm going to bathe in it tonight. That's
Okay,
what I'm
well,
gonna,
that's not exactly what we're leaning towards, but you know what? If that makes you happy, go ahead.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, see, like Steve, I know, and I appreciate Steve. I don't know, you don't wear cologne?
Hell no.
Okay, because if you did, oh my God, if you tried to put it on to where you could smell it,
gosh.
You'd be swimming in it.
It'd be nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the only scent that comes out of me is my deodorant. Fresh Blast.
Fresh Blast.
The only scent that comes out of you.
Well, that's not necessarily true. You've got some noxious scents that come out of you.
The only pleasant scent that
There we
comes
go.
out.
That's it. I'll give you that. I will give you that. Yeah. Well, there it is. So, Danny, if you could just be this way, this level of cologne would be great, which for him was no level of cologne, just the stench that's on his clothes.
Oh, I'm glad that we were able to make it better for you.
Yeah, and I feel like if you wear the proper amount of cologne, you will not have stench on your clothes.
I still find it funny that I feel like you're the only person who's ever said anything about the way I smell.
It's because
in a negative way. Everyone has always complimented
That's because
me.
nobody has a nose like me. I mean, I really think that
It
most
is pretty
people.
big.
Yeah, and this nose, I think the size does matter when it comes to what I can smell.
Well, I got a good size schnoz. I don't notice anything.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to you.
Yeah.
You know what? You've let us all down in the schnoz department.
That's okay.
Yeah. It is listeners on the loose, 206-803-ROCK, the number to call, the number to text.
Since we're talking about Danny, so today, Danny, I saw you and Lily at Defy. Didn't want to bug you, but what'd you think of it? I love that place.
Oh, dude, Defy Tacoma was awesome.
And
Now, this isn't the wrestling place.
No, this isn't. Lily wrestled, actually. She took on Vert Vixen for the Defy Women's Championship.
I knew she could do it.
She actually showed up.
She didn't. She lost, BJ.
Oh.
Vert's a tough competitor.
Yeah, and she also had her F. Steve Big shirts ready to go. So
rude.
So this is a trampoline place called Defy?
Yes, in Tacoma.
Okay.
Yeah. They also have one in Tequila as well, or SeaTac. It's right next to the South Center.
Is it a chain?
Yeah,
that's like not from Washington, or is it like Washington, a business that's trying to become a chain?
I know they have one in Tucson too.
Oh,
okay.
so it must be a chainish.
So yeah, it's chain. I don't know where it's based.
Well, maybe it's owned by the Trappers guys because they have Washington in Arizona.
That's fair.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah.
That would be so ridiculous. We make sushi and trampoline places.
But we only want to market it to Washington and Arizona.
That's all we want.
Dude, Defy was awesome. And Lily had the greatest time. And we got to go we paid for an hour and we did, Lily, they have like whether you can jump off. They have all the American Ninja Warrior like training area.
I saw you doing the one where like you jump from one angled platform to another angled platform and keep running that way.
A lot harder than it looks.
Oh, I watched that. I'm like, there goes my MCL.
Yeah, and you looked like somebody who's really like isn't skilled at doing it, even though you did it.
Yeah,
because when you watch the Warriors and how they're just like so nimble, and you could see Danny going, "It's taking everything I can not to kill myself on this thing."
And that's the thing that they do first on American Ninja Warrior. That's just like their warm up as they're getting into like the gnarly stuff.
And I'm not putting you down, Danny, because I couldn't even do it. I would kill myself on the first pad.
No, and I didn't take it that way at all. I surprised myself that I could actually figure out how to do it because I didn't do it at first. I maybe got 2 of them, and then I realized, okay, I need to figure out how to have more balance with it.
The weight distribution.
Yeah, and then I finally got it, and then I taught Lily how to do it because she wasn't doing it right at first either. And it was like, wow, this. But then they have like the inverted wall. They have like different things where you're supposed to like scale them, and I was like, absolutely not.
It's pretty nuts, man.
I'm gonna break something.
Did you jump into that giant ball of that foam pit and flip into it?
Of course.
That's the thing I want to do. I just want to just go running as crazy as I can and just do a giant flip into it.
Yes, it's so much fun.
We didn't have foam pits back in the day. They were ball pits.
Oh yeah, these things, they're little foam blocks.
Dude, it just goes to show you how parenting and the distractions for kids has changed so much since I was a parent because we had Chuck E. Cheese, McDonald's Play Place.
Yep.
There was like the gymnasium, I think, or whatever, something where the kids would get to go to. And
some sketch like Funland place.
Yeah, nothing like what they have now where, you basically, it's like they have the Playtorium in Factoria, Marketplace in Factoria Mall, where, they have everything that kids can jump on while you can sit and do all your stuff because they have Wi-Fi.
Dude, they have bouncy walls here.
Yeah, dude, we had none of that.
Did you run up the walls?
They did.
Was that fun?
It was a lot of fun.
I mean, I just think of miniature golf. Danny, you went to Monster Golf also in Marketplace in Factoria, which is a chain place that just opened up here. And if you haven't been to Monster Golf, another amazing place where it's just like, everything is like black light insanity, a sort of Halloween theme all year round. It's just extreme. It's like regular miniature golf, no more. Regular activities, no more. You got to have the giant trampoline place.
I will say, Steve, you do need to take Tatum. However, you also need to bring a lot of patience with you.
Oh, I can only imagine.
There are a lot of teenagers, especially because we went around like 3:30 or something.
Oh, yeah.
So you could tell that it was like, oh, these kids came here after, and there's kids.
And now that school's out, I think I might wait till school's back in.
Forget about it.
We should take Lily and Tatum because Lily there was another little girl there who's probably about Tatum's age, and Lily was they did the whole where you fight. They have the big
like the joust.
The joust, yeah.
Oh, like American Gladiators.
Yes, and you get to go up there and hit each other. And Lily kept letting the little 3-year-old win, and she'd fall off all dramatically.
That's awesome.
If Tatum was here, she would love this, and then me and you would get to do it as well. So
can we rent it out for like an hour and not have any other people in there? I mean, I know some places do that.
I think if you've got enough money,
what's your net worth at right now, BJ?
Yeah, find out. I mean, they have birthday parties, right?
Okay. Yeah, they do birthday parties and they do group parties, but I don't know if they just like section off a part like where you could go eat for the birthday, but then everything else.
I've seen places do that though, where they go, we are closed because it's a private event.
They do after-hour parties.
Oh, that's what you want. See, that's what you want.
I mean, Tatum might be sleeping, but really at the end of the day, it's about us.
Let's be honest. You might be sleeping if it's an after-hour party.
That's a good point. Late night daddy's ready to party on the trampoline park.
Yeah, I think late night daddy, that would be the way to go. Teenagers ruin everything. They
do. Sometimes, like even when we went to, I can't remember where we were, but it was like one of these type of places, and these kids were flying over and just being teenagers. I have to remind myself.
They are, but they still ruin everything.
Man, it is an internal struggle not to just want to punch them in the face and just be like, "Stop being so stupid."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was just as stupid as a teenager.
You're right. And there, back in the day, there were people that put us in our place, and I think these teenagers now are like wild animals because who's putting them in their place anymore?
But we definitely had our little runs too. Eventually, like we went to the spray park in Puyallup, which is just outside, just water park, right? Sure. But it's meant for kids.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like So then there's like these teenagers and they're just chasing each other around, nearly knocking over kids. Finally, like I said, hey, slow down at one point. And that was as nice as I could get. I was like, don't. But then some other parents like, this is meant for kids, you idiots. I was like, my man.
Good.
Like, good.
I'm
Say
so
something.
happy somebody speaks up because that's what you have to do with teenagers because they are. I mean, look, they got their hormones, they're out of control. But usually the dudes, especially because it's usually teenage boys. I'm not going to completely stereotype, but
in this situation, there's more girls.
Was it really?
Yeah,
oh, I see. I don't know what you do there. I think you got to let mom come in, and mom hopefully can figure
Just
that out.
tackle them.
Yeah, because that's tough. It's tough to be the loud guy with teenage girls because I feel like, you do it the wrong way and then the moms get mad at you.
So this is Defiant Tacoma does the kids only on Saturday mornings, they believe. They're not positive, but no one over 6 until 10, I think.
What about seniors only? What do you got for us, kids?
Seniors and people under 6.
They probably go, sir.
We probably lie and say Lily's 6.
Yeah, she's just kind of short, so
Yeah.
we can make it work.
I ain't gonna lie, I was debating buying the Disneyland tickets right now.
And trying to fudge?
Well, because it's 3 and up, you have to pay for a ticket.
Oh,
and Tatum's, 3 over. She's past the 3.5 mark now.
Boy.
And I kind of want to be like, Tatum, this is the first time for you to learn about fibbing. Let me teach you about white lies.
Yeah. Do you think she can hold up under pressure? Because they have the interrogation chambers at Disney.
I would never.
Listen, kid, how old are you?
Right.
And I've got to Goofy, shine that light on this little brat.
I bet parents have done that.
I'm
They
positive.
coach up their kids.
Oh,
and be like,
yeah.
You're 2 today. You're 2 today.
Oh, no, yeah. We had one of the kids I used to babysit when he was like 3 or 4. We're like, all right, Christian, how old are you? Baseball game? 2. Regular 3. So we had him coach. Like, if you're at the baseball game, you're 2 years old.
Look at
Yeah.
this.
So he kind of ruined it when he would say baseball game 2.
If this was just a daddy-daughter event, I might put a little work into that, but mom's not going to let that slide.
Oh, yeah, mom's going to say, no, you can't white
Well,
lie.
she doesn't want to encourage us to teach our daughter how to lie.
Yeah, you know what, though? That's an adult skill.
I agree.
I think mom's got to realize white lies are part of life.
Sometimes you got to fib.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's an interesting conversation because eventually at some point you do have to give a, do I look good in these jeans? I mean, sometimes you got a white lie.
Babe, I mean, it's like over $300 for 2 days.
That's a lot of money, a little white lie. Hey, Mickey, you know what? You're not getting my money. I'm 2.
With the fast and expensive pass on top of it, forget about it.
All right. I mean, that would be a tough conversation to have.
Yeah.
Wait, morality over money. Oh.
If she was closer to 3, I might be like, let's just see what happens. You know? But
yeah,
I mean, she's able to have full conversations. I don't think anyone's going to.
Well, that's why you dope her up with Benadryl. That way she can't.
Oh,
yeah,
but just enough that she snaps out of it when we get through the gates.
Yeah, that's all.
Gotcha.
You pick the topic. You guide the show. It is Listeners on the Loose. Whatever you want to talk about, call us, text us at 206-803-ROCK. And more of those calls and texts at 9:34 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
They called him the most powerful man in Hollywood, and he really was for decades.
He extended his tentacles like an octopus throughout the entire entertainment industry.
Mr. Lou Wasserman.
This is Glitter and Might, an Odyssey Originals documentary podcast series written and narrated by me, Sean Levy. All episodes are available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, this is Shannon Storms-Bedore, Real Housewife of Orange County and entrepreneur. When my company, Real for Real, started selling our health products online, we really struggled to find a way to ship our orders out quickly and without error, until we started using ShipStation. ShipStation's simple dashboard makes it easy to automate shipping tasks and effortlessly manage your orders from every marketplace, including Amazon, Etsy, Shopify, and more. Print shipping labels, easily compare rates and delivery times, and take advantage of discounts up to 84% off USPS and UPS rates. And with enterprise solutions that make warehouse optimization easy, ShipStation scales when your business does. No wonder 98% of companies that stick with ShipStation for a year become customers for life. Spend more time growing your business and start automating shipping tasks with ShipStation. Go to shipstation.com/audio today and sign up for your free 60-day trial. That's shipstation.com/audio.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. 206-803-ROCK. That is the number to call. That's the number to text.
Oh, again, some text about Disneyland, and if you could get in there under the age of 3, or say you're lying and have your kid lie and say they're under 3 to get in for free. Someone says Disneyland's not allowed to ask your kid their age. I take my 4-year-old for free, and they don't ask.
Oh.
Damn it, I shouldn't have bought my tickets.
I didn't know you could do... See, isn't that interesting?
But then I got another text right here. It says they do it all the time at Disney. They'll say, show on your fingers how old you are. Busted.
Huh. So who do you believe?
I believe it's best just to do it and not deal with the stress, because my luck is going to be the time where all of a sudden there's a massive like Disney toddler sting.
There you go.
We're busting all the children getting in for free.
That kid's not getting in, pal. You can't fool us.
Next thing you know, they're like yelling at us, and my wife's embarrassed, and we don't even go.
Yeah,
and
that's
crying.
You know,
I don't need that kind of stress.
No, you don't. You get plenty of it just by being in a theme park.
So I said my younger child was very petite, and tickets to a video game convention were $120 for adults 6 and 6 and under for $10 for 4 days. She was very okay with saying that she was 6.
Look, man, I like the pay what you can scale. If human beings would really do that, which gets us into the whole tipping story. It's like, look, if you can't afford to pay something, I get it, but people that can, if they want to pay more, that really helps out.
It was like Bandcamp,
the sliding scale,
the Bandcamp website. It's like, hey, pay what you want for my record, but at least $1, please. And then then it's up to the person. If you want to pay $10, you want to pay $15, you want to pay $3.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like. If you're a reasonable person,
new cars, pay what you want.
That would be awesome. If in fact rich people would actually pay double, triple the price, because then a guy like you could walk in and pay half price.
Is half price $15? Because that's about all I'm willing to spend right now
for a new car.
Yeah.
See, you're you break the you break the system.
I'll do $15 a month.
You break the system.
48 weeks.
See, you could pay more than that, but I think you know what I'm talking about.
It's
you
about
can
and want, BJ.
Yeah, you really. I mean, I think it would be awesome if we could just I think the majority of humans are fair, and then there's always the person that wants a better deal than they should get.
Yeah.
That's you. Okay. Yeah. that's that's just like, those people just irritate me. It's like, dude, just pay what you can. Really, what you can.
This is what I can.
Yeah, you're not. This is why we have issues. Just in general. All right. It is listeners.
I'll pitch this today. I'm swinging by Kia Puyallup to look at some cars.
Oh, you're really going to go? You're going to see what's up?
Yeah. So I'm excited to go look. So I'll say, hey, can I just pay what I can?
Yeah.
And see how that goes.
Good luck to you.
Probably won't go very well.
Look,
yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But it won't be here.
Yeah. Yeah, you can pay. You'll get a tin can is what you'll get.
I'm fired up. My wife's like, you can't leave with a brand night because we're about to go on vacation. And I'm just like, no, I just want to go and actually for the first time not go impulsively. Like just go and see the car. I know what I want, but
can you even get one right now?
Well, also that's the question. It's like there's a certain type of one that I want, and if they don't have it, I have no problem with waiting. But it'd be nice to at least start that now.
Yeah,
because I'm watching my car. It's starting to hit those. When it's starting to hit those every time I have to bring it in, I feel like I have to get something fixed.
Oh, yeah.
So it's nip it in the bud. I've already put I'm at that threshold of I don't want to put any more money into this.
Yep.
So if I have to wait several months, that might time out perfectly.
Yeah, not a bad idea. I mean, I don't know about Kias. I just know Toyotas still, yeah. I mean, to walk on a lot and take one home that day is almost, I don't know. I don't know if it's happening anywhere, but I haven't seen it.
But Impulse Steve is if all of a sudden they have the exact one I'm looking at.
Oh, how do you turn that down?
I'll be like, honk, honk, babe, check it out.
Yeah, see, does your wife know that that's a possibility? If the one you want is there because of the shortage, I mean, how do you turn that down?
That's a great question, BJ. I'll have to cross that bridge when I get to it.
Look, I think that's reasonable
I'm
to go.
Fired up, though, to look at it, though.
You'd be like, look, honey, you know what's going on with the chip shortage. This is miraculous that they have what I want right now. I may not get this for months if I don't do this now.
So I've been driving a hybrid Kia Niro for a year. I like it. Sexy-looking car, too.
Okay.
I'm looking at the hybrid Sportage, I think is. Or
the
Sorrento.
That's are they SUV crossover-y? What are they?
Yeah, both of them are.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They have hybrid versions.
Hybrid's good.
With all the driving I do, it'd be nice to save a couple $.
Yes, it would.
Especially with good
yes, it would.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think there's Plus, the governor of the state wants you to do that kind of thing. He's tired of you driving with gas.
Is he going to pay for the rest of the car?
It would be nice if he would. Here he is sitting there going, I would like to. Yeah, you know what? I would like you to also pay me because these cars ain't cheap.
Right.
They are cheap, sir.
I'll drive whatever you want. Will you take my car payments?
Yeah, that's all I'm asking. So, Very, very excited for you. Oh, here's Todd from Burien. Todd, you are on the rock.
Good morning.
Good morning, Todd.
Good morning.
What would you like to talk to us about, Mr. Barry White Voice?
Oh, thank you very much. Well, a couple of things.
Yes.
First thing, today's topic. Migs?
Yes.
Kia, Puyallup, great people to deal with. I bought my last 2 cars there.
Awesome.
Look at
Right
this.
on. Awesome. You got us all very nervous. It's time to Danny's like, oh crap, is he about to say something bad?
What a great endorsement.
No, that's awesome. I'm excited to go down there today.
No, they're fantastic. Actually, I bought one in 2020 from there.
Yes.
And then I bought one in 2022 from there.
Oh,
and
which means next year, if you keep the streak alive, you got to buy one in 2024.
Well,
which one did you get?
I don't know. I don't make the kind of money I used to. So,
anyway, which kind of Kia did you get?
I got the Kia Forte GT.
Nice. Ooh.
I just love them. And
does it have the cool logo on it? I like that logo.
It does. The 2022 does. Yeah, I love that logo.
It looks like the 9 Inch Nails logo.
Yeah, okay, well,
I don't know why, but I geek out on
Look, let me tell you something right now. You're not a crazy person. These car companies know people buy logos a lot.
That's the reason why it even first came on my radar, and then I was like, oh, actually, I like these cars.
Oh, yeah.
The logo.
Yeah, I
fell in love with the logo when I saw it, and I had the 20 at the time and said, oh, I love that logo. I want to buy the new one.
I love you, man.
It is. I mean, it's so weird how we humans are.
As dumb as you are, man.
That's how
I get it.
But at least you're buying a quality car at a really good price because Kia and Hyundai are like that. You know, the people that fall in love with oh, yeah. I mean, it's like I just saw, I think, an Iconic 5, and it looks just like a Tesla. But I know.
It's an Iconic 5.
It's, I think, an electric Hyundai.
Oh, okay.
I think it is. Or at least a hybrid Hyundai. But it looks amazing. Even Sarah was like, this looks just like a Tesla. But people are going to go, yeah, but I want my Tesla. Even if if it's as good or better, they don't care because they want the logo. So you've got a good logo addiction, Todd. Good for you. All right. So
that was and also the Forte was the only one I can get a manual transmission.
Look at you, Mr. Manual.
So it's millennials can't steal it.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. That's
the
not
millennials can't steal it. That's pretty funny.
Not a bad idea. All right, what else? What else you want to talk about, Todd?
Yesterday that fellow, the statistician Jack.
Oh, Jack, who's not a fan
tipping
of
guy.
He's not a fan of tipping people who he thinks does not deserve it.
That drove me bat-ass crazy because. So, and it's mainly because he says he doesn't tip.
Why is that?
It's exceptional.
Yeah, Todd, why is it? Are you in the service industry where you rely on tips yourself? Oh, you were?
Well, I'm tipped again now, but he was talking about even in a restaurant. And for me, that's what. So if you were a tipped employee at a restaurant, the government taxes you on your sales. So if he doesn't tip, he's actually costing you money.
Wait a second. The government taxes you on sales, like what your own income? Like, is that what you're saying?
On the sales of what you sell while you're working. Yes.
You mean a server gets taxed differently than the rest of us?
A server gets taxed based on their sales, right? It's a percentage of their sales. I believe it's net. I believe it's 8%. It was years ago when I was in the business, but it was 8% of your net sales.
Is that on top of what the government takes out of you anyway?
Yes.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
At that time, it was a Social Security tax. I don't know if it still is, but
wait. Well, all right. I don't know if you exactly know what you're talking about, Todd, but I mean, because
I do.
Yeah, I know you do, but you also don't know if it's a Social Security tax, which is what we all have to pay. So I don't. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm done. It's like you gotta know what you're talking about.
My brain was starting to hurt.
Yeah, I mean,
love the part about the Hyundai.
So here's the thing,
or the Kia. We've been good after that.
It would be nice if somebody in the industry who really knows if, in fact, that servers get taxed more than regular people who just work at a regular job. Like, we have to pay whatever our income tax based on our tax bracket. Do they tax servers more with the anticipation that they're getting tips? If that's true, boy, the government sucks and restaurants kind of suck too, creating this culture where they need to have tips and then the government just assuming they're getting tips when people are jerks and don't always tip people. Boy, you get nickel and dime sometimes if that's true. I really just get so frustrated at the nickel and diming.
I'll tell you where we don't get nickel and dime, BJ, and
What's
that's
that?
Jack in the Box. Someone just shared some great information earlier. We were talking about
All
how
right.
you love a good curly fry from Jack in the Box,
Yes,
but you
we
don't
do.
necessarily want an entire thing of it. Like the French fries are more than enough, but like every once in a while you get that curly fry. It's pretty great. Someone said you can ask for half curly fries and has half French fries at Jack in the Box.
Can we do it with onion rings?
I don't know.
Because that's where this all came up, because it's onion ring day, right?
Yes.
And so you were like, I don't know if I want more than one onion ring. And Danny was like, why don't I get onion rings more? And you theorized that it's because we love French fries and we'll always get French fries first.
Onion rings are good in doses. Couple of them.
So that's what we thought of. The idea being, let me get an order of French fries, the majority, but toss in some curly fries, toss in some onion rings, but I still want the majority to be regular fries.
Well, maybe check a Jack in the Box. They might be able to do it your way. I don't know.
You know what? Jack does
That's
everything.
Burger King. Crap. You should just go to Burger King and demand it. It is your way.
Burger King, I have to say, you put them side by side with Jack as far as giving it to your way. Jack just gives you everything. Like, what do you want? Breakfast now, later, tomorrow? What do you want? A taco with that? What do you want me to do?
I'll be honest. Based on how they brand themselves, I would listen to a podcast hosted by the Burger King and Jack in the Box guy.
Oh, just together doing their own podcast.
The two of them always put out good content.
Okay, then. That would be a hell
Burger
of
King
a
doesn't
podcast.
talk much, but he just looks creepy and awesome.
Yeah, I know. You are talking about a podcast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of need to talk.
I was trying to think, does the Burger King talk? I don't know. I can't remember.
More of a vlog then. How
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that?
Steve-
I'll watch a video podcast.
Honestly, some of your ideas maybe should stay on the drawing board.
How do you guys feel about tempura onion rings? Like,
Love them.
I agree. I think they're better than the actual onion
Tempura,
rings.
anything. Like when they do all the vegetables. Now, and I will say this, if you haven't had pakoras, which is basically batter fried something at an Indian restaurant.
That doesn't make it sound appealing.
Well, it's usually batter fried vegetables, but you can get them you can get some meat products. Again, it's just, if you love fried whatever, but then you got tempura, which is the Asian style. You've got pakora, which is what they call the Indian batter fried vegetable stuff and stuff. Oh, man. And I want them all. I just would like to have a whole plate of appetizers with different cultures' way of batter frying stuff.
Absolutely.
Oh, would that be so good?
You make a batter fried restaurant.
Dude. Okay, now you can take this idea off the drawing board. I like this idea.
Oh, okay. Because you like it.
Yeah, well, yes, because I think, when it comes to some of your ideas, they have to be filtered through somebody with some,
This just said, so it says you can get half fries, half onion rings at Burger King.
Whoa. Now, you don't want that. You want 3/4.
I'm just putting out this information. It's not about me right now, BJ.
It totally is about you because you said you only want like 2 or 3 onion rings.
I
Half
just
is
want
not
them
going
to
to do it for
accidentally
you.
drop 1 or 2 onion rings in the bag.
You know what is it, like a truck in New York? I mean, that's not how it works. Hey, a couple of these onion rings just fill off the truck into your bag, Jimmy.
That's always the best time when you're reaching into the bag and you're like, there's some extra fries still overflowing and you're like eating it and the next thing you're like, this feels weird. What's this in my hand? And then you're looking like, it's an onion ring.
Dude, that is true.
It's a great feeling.
That is so great.
It's just like a little like, hey.
That is Christmas time.
Yeah, like just like a Jack in the Box eating. It's a curly fry.
Yeah. It does take
It's
much.
the simple things, man.
It really doesn't make. This is what I'm saying. This is all it took to make us happy. We would be a better country. Maybe that's what we got to do. We got to get the fast food restaurants just to drop stuff in our bags. All right. Here's a question. Needs to be answered. What do Ryan Castle and Pierce Brosnan have in common? I don't think a lot. I'll tell you at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and Pierce Brosnan have in common?
The double O part.
You mean you're the 00?
That's exactly what I meant.
That's what he meant. All right.
Oh, someone said both have been in some questionable movies.
Okay.
Migs enjoys both.
Steve would click on that thumbnail, though.
All the time. If I saw your beard, forget about it.
Okay. That's a little. I'm disturbed. Yeah.
Steve enjoys watching their golden eye.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Monday afternoon, cops were called to Pierce Brosnan's house in Malibu because a guy was spotted cleaning himself in Pierce's outdoor shower.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
You got a pool, so people have those showers.
Yeah, so somehow he got on the guy's property. And the reason was he said he had just gone number 2 on Pierce's neighbor's yard. So he's like, well, I mean, I went number 2 next to you, Pierce, so I need to clean up at your place. Yeah, he was arrested.
And the cops showed up for that, huh?
Yeah, they did. Well, when you're rich and famous.
Must be nice to be rich in Malibu, right?
Yeah.
Though, if I was the homeowner, he's like, I used your shower because I pooped on your neighbor's yard. I'm like, I'm glad it wasn't the other way around. Go ahead.
Right?
Yeah.
Totally.
God, man. I mean, I don't know if he's a jogger or on drugs. Because, I mean, joggers do a lot of pooping on people's property.
You tend to shake stuff loose when you're out doing that, BJ.
Yeah.
The weird part is he was arrested on a burglary charge because he stole Pierce's water. I was like, of all the things, that's what he got arrested for.
Oh, really?
That was the technicality.
Stealing Pierce's water.
Not the pooping
Water
on
in
the lawn
California
part.
is expensive.
Apparently.
Oh, yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, he's right about that. Brian Castle, you do not have to poop on his front lawn to get a 12-pack. He will just.
But I do.
Thanks. We really do.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Call State Farm agent Sierra Belleville in Bellingham today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.